Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Clicked on a bit quick there, didn't I? Hey, out to lunch, how you going? Hey Alex, how you going? Geoloft, how you going? Carl, how you going? Roscoe, how you going? Shannon, how you going? Who else have we got in here? We got Deb in here. Did I say Geoloft? How you going? Belinda, how you going? And Timmy, hey, how you going? Good to see you. David, how you going? Okay, excellent. Alex is going to be a bit late to the thing tonight, but that's okay. We are going to, where am I? Hang on a sec. Oh, yep. We're going straight into the news. Okay, this is from where I left off last time. So there's going to be an interruption in the middle of it all. End wokeness, said Senator Chuck Schumer to Trump in 2017. Does anyone remember this? If you keep messing with this FBI, CIA and NSA, terrible things will happen to you. 6 ways from Sunday, remember? Let's have a listen. Oh, it's going to be loud. Hang on. Let me just try and turn that down a bit. Where'd it go? You have to be kidding me. Now I've got to scroll. Hang on one sec, guys. I've got to scroll all the way down to where I was at, which was a long way down. Believe me, I got a lot of news here. That was a long way down. Scrolling. I'm getting there. Bear with me, guys. I've got to pay attention to what I'm doing. It's cow on the roof. We got, Joe Biden might be stepping down or something, apparently. Ireland's going off. England's going off with it. Okay, where am I up to? Oh my God, I'm a fair way down there. Sorry, guys. I had it ready to go and then I clicked it and it went somewhere else completely. I'm nearly there. Jeez, that's a lot of news. How am I going to get through this? I've been sitting here bookmarking for days. Okay, here we are. Chuck Schumer. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's have a listen. Let's pause it. Make it little. Should we try it? Yeah, okay.
He's taking these shots, this antagonism, this taunting to the intelligence community.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
What do you think the intelligence community would do if they were motivated?
I don't know, but from what I am told, they are very upset with how he has treated them and talked about them. And we need the intelligence community. We don't know what's going on. Look at the Russian hacking.
He's taking
The Russian hacking turned out that was a bit fake, wasn't it? Okay. Then we've got the Terence K. Williams said Trump literally got out of his seat to give this woman a standing ovation during her powerful speech. I don't want to tell you what she said. You'll just have to watch. It's a 6-minute video. Okay.
Korea, an Afghanistan war retired veteran. He received enemy fire from the Taliban, only to be murdered with a knife on the streets of New York City. The 4 assailants responsible for his death initially were facing justice, but that changed when District Attorney Alvin Bragg was elected. Suddenly, 2 of the homicidal maniacs responsible for my son's death had their gang assault and murder charges completely dismissed. One of them received 14 months time served. Alvin Bragg charged her with assault with a shoe. And another one was sentenced to 7 years. I later learned that Alvin Bragg often dismisses and reduces dangerous criminals. He wants to clear the jails and return violent felons onto our streets every day.
How often do we hear this?
The injustice was devastating for me and my family. I don't want anyone else to experience the senseless pain that many other victims across this United States of America have to live with every day. So I decided to use the voice that God gave me to be the voice for the voiceless across America. We need justice for victims, and we need accountability for prosecutors who fail in their duty. Soft on crime prosecutors like Alvin Bragg in New York, Kim Fox in Chicago, and George Gascon in Los Angeles have turned our great country and cities into war zones. Poor and neglected communities like mine are suffering. And who else in here is sick and tired of being sick and tired?
God love her. Okay, then we got this one. Dinesh D'Souza said children reenact the Trump shooting. Incredible. This man's already becoming a global legend. Watch this. Okay, just make sure I don't click on anything but that. Okay.
I want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened. I want to really see something that said,
Oh, God love them. Little cuties. Oh, my goodness. Then we have this one. DC Drano, new exclusive video shows the shooter walking around by himself looking up at rooftops near Trump. How was he not detained, especially after getting caught with a rangefinder? 1 hour before the shooting, crooks walking around building and looking up. So this is just getting more and more suspect as it goes on. Okay, let's have a look. Texas One said Trump's pilot is a badass. Who is Trump's pilot? This one says. But readers thought you might want context, so they've said this is a flight simulator. That's up to you. I don't know. This video is a simulation game. The Trump's organisation, Boeing, nicknamed Trump Force One, is a 757-200. I don't know. I don't know planes that well. Okay, this is when he turned up at the hospital. Must watch new footage from Laura Loomer, an ER patient at the hospital in Butler, Pennsylvania, captured the moment President Trump arrived at hospital. You can hear how shook up the people in the ER waiting room were over hearing Donald Trump had been shot, and how happy they were to see that he was walking.
Who is that? Oh, sorry.
I'm just trying to.
No, they're bringing them.
Is that same lady?
Oh yeah, we're front row, and my friend saw blood coming out of his head.
Oh my God! Oh Jesus!
There he is.
Oh,
There he is. There he is. There he is.
There he is. Oh, thank God. He's walking.
He's walking. He's walking.
Hold up, is that the same Secret Service agent that couldn't figure out how to put a pistol back in a holster? She's still trying to figure it out. Okay, anyway, let's continue on. Malcolm Flex said, I can't believe we're actually having a meltdown over the fact that Amber Rose was allowed to speak at the RNC in support of Donald Trump. I get wanting the perfect messenger, but not everyone is the perfect conservative icon. You need imperfect messengers. Embrace the message and use it for what you need. Don't appear snooty and gatekeep what is trying to help you. So instead of just discounting people and saying, no, they're lefties, that what we've got to do is embrace anyone who comes this way, okay, towards our way of thinking. And everyone is imperfect. I'm imperfect. Very, 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 very faulty I am. Still waiting for snow, by the way. Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to happen again. Yogesh Puranik said the US flag got tangled before the Trump speech. Angel or eagle? What do you reckon? It got tangled up like this. What does it look like? It looks like an eagle. Kind of does. Kind of does. Okay, we got this one here, the Cowboy Heathen 5660. Just remember all the Democrats telling you that the attempted assassination shooter was a registered Republican, but forget during the primary Democrats were registering as Republicans to vote against Donald Trump. The more you know. A lot of Democrats do that, register as Republican to vote against him. Freya said this just keeps getting worse and worse at Trump assassination attempt. Now what's going on? Let's have a look.
Settle after an event like this, but what prompted me to post and on the social media platform last night, and of course obviously talk to you today, is that our local Butler Township Police, their duties that were assigned to them, and we have an operational plan that details all that, were strictly traffic detailed. They were not required or not detailed to any security detail related to the event. It's strictly traffic to obviously to help people coming in and out of the event. If there is an emergency, those type of things. We saw the number of people, the number of cars at the event. And I was so frustrated and quite frankly hit my limit again last night when I saw, again, Secret Service says it was the responsibility of the local police department. That's absolutely not correct.
Yeah, the local police department is not the entity in charge of the safety and protection of a president or a former president. But once this started to happen, once this shooting began to unfold, the local officers did then try to assist, try to see if they could do anything, right?
That is absolutely correct. Local officers that were in the general area, again, performing their assigned detail, once they had some information over there that was transferred to their comms, they went over to look for the suspect that was identified and were going around the building. In fact, you can see them on the video, one of the officers, and people were pointing, he's up on the roof. Well, we had two officers. There was no ladder in the area. We had two I want to correct that. There was no ladder in that area. But two officers, one was lifting the other one up. I mean, you can see the pitch of the roof, which is not that steep. We can get to that in a few minutes. But to the edge of the roof for them to try to look up and to see where the suspect is, the officer that's being lifted, he is using both hands to grab the edge of the roof to try to pull himself up. In that process, he exposes himself. The shooter turns.
How? When we saw the ladder? And why didn't the police climb up the ladder that we saw? What's going on here? None of this is making any sense.
Points his gun at him. Obviously, he is not in a position. He's pulling himself up with both hands to wield his gun. So obviously, he fell back. He actually, in the process of falling back, he ended up injuring himself. He was not retreating. If he was in a position to engage the shooter, he would have done so. And that message that's out there is disgusting.
Did you, that's new information, so thank you for that. Last question for you. We're seeing reporting that Crooks's parents reported that he was missing and called the local police. Can you shed any light on that?
No, I cannot. Obviously, I just heard that, I'll say, within the last few hours, so I can't shed any light on that.
All right, thank you.
There's a lot going on with the parents, too. Apparently, they rang the police beforehand, before he started shooting, and said, our son's missing, we think he's going to do something stupid. Who knows? And they were both therapists as well. Conservative Diva said, does anyone believe this load of horse dung by the FBI? What are they hiding? How did the FBI determine shooter acted alone within hours without being able to access his phone? Thomas Matthew Crooks appears to be a ghost. No friends, no social media presence, no history with law enforcement. The FBI can't access his phone's contents, but somehow insisted he acted alone. The reality is there's no concrete evidence either way. Why mislead the public again? Because that's their job. Mr. Guns and Gear. Mr. Guns and Gear, okay. President Biden threatens to ban AR-15s in the wake of the assassination attempt at President Trump. Yeah, that's not going to happen. This isn't 1994. We have the internet now and we will win.
An AR-15 was used in the shooting of Donald Trump, just as it was an assault weapon that killed so many others, including children. It's time to outlaw them. I did it once and I will do it again.
Did he do it once? Okay, I don't know, honestly. Did he do it once? Freya says James Comer, chairman of the GOP House Oversight Committee, subpoenas Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle to appear for a public hearing on July the 22nd. We'll get that information too. We've got a surprise here, from me anyway. Kyle Sandilands is an Australian shock jock, okay? YNWA 2.0 said, respect Kyle Sandilands. Tenacious D said, don't miss Trump next time, referring to Trump assassination attempt. We have deported people in this country for less. The left outraged by everything, ashamed of nothing.
You're not someone's promoting the assassination of another human being? That's some up shit. Regardless of whether you like someone or not, wanting someone killed and promoting it is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Take a look at what happened.
Make a wish, Canada. Don't miss Trump next time.
That's some serious
I would agree with that.
Shit.
Tenacious D is Jack Black and Kyle Gass.
Now, anyone who wishes someone else dead legit is just a piece of shit. A note to our talent bookers: I will not be participating in any future Tenacious D interviews. I never want to speak to him again.
Good stuff, and I'm about to sneeze. Let's see if I can get through this. Miriam Hanine? aka B Lady. Attention, what in the actual fuck? Are these completely different crowds? Okay, let's have a look.
The chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
There's something about that lady there. This lady, she's got a phone out. This house is stuck. She has a phone out, and she's videoing it. She's behind here now.
Move it there. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here.
No, there's that guy over there.
Get ready. You ready?
Pale green shirt on. I don't know what they're saying that I'm not seeing. Are you saying that I'm not seeing? Or has it got the short ones?
Shooters down. Are we good to move? Good to move. Clear. Let's move. Let's move. We're clear.
I can't see it.
Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
I think everyone's ducking down
So we
there.
got to move to the bus.
They're still all ducking down. Until he stands up, I think.
Watch out.
That's the board thing. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Okay. I'm thinking different angles. I don't know though. The guy. Oh, it's moving too quick for me. I don't know. You saw it. I don't know if you can tell if there's a difference. Marcus said, this is UBC University of British Columbia professor, Dr. Karen Pinder. So damn, so close, too bad. IR_AM auntie. Damn it, so close, and now he'll milk being a victim for more votes. I really wish the person had better aim. Dr. Karen Pinder said, what a glorious day it would have been. There, a University of British Columbia professor. They're all out, aren't they? Mr. Guns and Gear said the killer's parents alerted police he was missing and that they were worried before the attack. What were they worried about? No idea at this point. How long? When did they
rally shooter Thomas Crook's parents were looking for him in the hours leading up to the shooting? We're now told they eventually called law enforcement to report that Crooks was missing, and they were worried. And they also were told, those parents, are now being cooperative now with authorities, but they gave them the heads up that something's going on with our son. We are worried. We don't know the texture or the details of their concerns. So in other words, well, were they worried that he had a gun? Were they worried, what were they worried about? Were they worried that he was going to try to attempt to kill a sitting president and then go ahead and turn into an assassin and kill another person and injure two others? It was an attempted assassination on Trump, but he managed to murder anyway. Are we talking about that? What were they giving the cops a heads up about? This is the first time we are hearing this. We'll stay on the story and we will bring you the details, updates as we get them. Crook's parents were looking for him hours ahead of the assassination attempt.
They were looking for him for hours. Sorry, my son's just walked past the window. I think he's going for a walk. I'm not sure. Disclosed TV said just in European Court of Justice rules that EU Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen has violated European law by keeping the mRNA injection contracts excessively secret. So there's a bit of other stuff chucked in here. Hey, how you going, Adama? Okay, and Michelle? Breaking, Laura Loomer said breaking, Sue Me Terry was just indicted on US charges for working as an unregistered agent of South Korea's government in exchange for luxury goods and other gifts. Here she is attending the Super Bowl with Nancy Pelosi, Speaker Pelosi. If you haven't noticed, Nancy Pelosi has very expensive taste in clothing. Interesting. Sue Me Terry said, look who I ran into tailgating at the Super Bowl. Can't wait for the game to start. Go Niners. Well, apparently, she's an unregistered agent of South Korea's government. She's working as one. Okay. So there's that. Anne Vandersteel said breaking. Source inside PA State Police details inconsistencies. Questions are being asked by a PA State Police officer around the events that led to the assassination attempt of real Donald Trump yesterday in Butler, PA. Why was the bomb squad not present? They were told they were not needed despite protocols dictating the bomb squad is always at presidential events. Why was the CERT team asked to take the motorcade instead of the internal perimeter? This has never happened before. The CERT team, elite state police team, is always on internal police perimeter as they train for presidential details to secure areas. This is their priority. The CERT team normally works with Secret Service to map out every rooftop, vantage point, identify breaches of security and all possible breach points. They will put snipers on multiple roofs even further away than the PA rally shooter's location. Was there a breakdown in command centre comms, or did they even have a command centre to coordinate communications between all the agencies and the Secret Service? Interagency communications is always hard. Normally the local county controller assigns a channel for state, county and local police to communicate. When feds get involved, they have their own system making it hard to communicate. The Secret Service operates on their own channel. This resulted in mass confusion and virtually no comms with SS being live updated. Would a potential comms solution include having extra radios for all to use, or a good command centre listening to agency comms and reporting back to each other? Could delayed intel due to repeating information back across various unrelated channels be the source of confusion and lack of preemptive action? In the end, we need to understand why the elite CERT team was not deployed in the inner perimeter for additional presidential protection. Instead, we need to ask why PA State Police uniformed patrol officers were in the inner circle instead. Was anyone listening to all the agency comms across various channels to ensure complete operational comm security? Why were there no drones, helicopters and even high flight surveillance at 30,000 feet or higher with infrared imagery which would have seen the shooter crawling up on the roof? Interesting. Sorry, correction, Butler County and local police were in a perimeter with SS, PA State Police, on the outside with SS as the lead. Well, there's more questions than that now. Okay, Ian Miles Chong said he deserves the Alex Jones treatment. Destiny said never apologising for the way I treat conservatives in this country. And that was taken down. Oh, he's an idiot, that guy. He really... he's on, I believe he's on something. He keeps going like this with his jaw when he's talking, and I don't know. It's very weird. Looks like people I used to know who did speed. Okay, what's this one? SSG said Carroll was charged with 2 felony accounts of aggravated grand theft, according to indictment documents filed in South Dakota's 6th Judicial Circuit Court. Jack Lee said the thefts were discovered by DSS in February 2024. A former DSS employee was arrested Wednesday in Algona, Jack Lee said, and is currently in the process of being extradited to South Dakota. So now we've got a former South Dakota DSS employee indicted for stealing $1.8 million from Child Protection Services. How low can you go? Gunther Eagleman asked, was Camilla a DEI hire? I can say for sure, yes. Do you want to hear her? I don't really, but...
We're too busy watching what you're doing to hear what you're saying.
What the fuck? Okay. We're too busy watching what you're doing to hear what you're saying. Okay. Charlie Kirk said Wired magazine has literally pushed an article targeting J.D. Vance based on the people he made Venmo payments to, and then using guilt by association to attack him for the people they made Venmo payments to. You don't hate journalists enough. They do this with everyone. It's guilt by association according to everybody these days, apparently. Yeah, so there you go. We've got to hold off on accusing people of... Well, I certainly do, because I'm on a public platform doing it. I have to hold off on accusing people of certain things until we know for sure. So it'll be allegedly, okay? Larry oh my goodness. Larry here said, so journalist John J. Howard is clearly an effing idiot who claims he isn't familiar with ballistics and is only asking questions. Well, luckily I'm exceedingly familiar with how bullets work. So for the people in the audience who aren't dishonest bootlicking shitheads, here goes. Do bullets pierce bodies and just rip through skin while leaving the rest of the body intact all the time? In fact, yes, this is where the super common term grazed comes from. I like how he specifies AR-15 because for some totally honest reason, libs like to pretend bullets from AR-style rifles are somehow deadlier than other rifles, which is just effing goofy, but whatever. I'm going to try and keep this super simple so even the dumbest MFers in the audience, like liberal journalists, can understand. A bullet is travelling at high velocity. When that projectile hits something soft like meat, it starts to poke a hole. Since this projectile is going fast, it has a lot of energy. That energy can keep driving the bullet straight through, or it is likely, since the bullet went from air to something solid real sudden-like, it may destabilise and tumble, or it may fragment into pieces, or a combo of both. That will depend on the construction type of the bullet, how fast it was going, and what it hits while it goes through. If a bullet is going through something soft and stretchy like muscles and organs, it will behave different than if it hits something hard like bone. If bones fragment, those bits can even get sent off in different directions, creating new wound channels. That energy is pushing the bullet somewhere and moving stuff around, which makes the blood not go where it's supposed to. This is the kind of basic physics that causes idiots like Stephen King to clutch his pearls around super magic death bullets whenever there's a shooting. Well, shootings that are convenient for liberal politics. They ignore all the shootings where decent people shoot bad guys. Now I'm going to say this super slow for the dumb kids like CNN employees to understand. The human ear isn't very meaty, it's rather thin, which means that a bullet is going to hit and rip right through. There's not enough tissue there to divert much of that energy. If a bullet zips through flesh at a very shallow angle, that energy is going to remain pushing the bullet out the other side. It isn't going to make the target explode. Holy F you effing idiots. If you go to the range, which the majority of these dipshits have never done, because back when I owned a gun store, we offered free training to local journalists, so they wouldn't be so incredibly effing ignorant in their reporting, yet zero of them ever took us up on it. And shoot a piece of cardboard which is thicker than the human ear, the cardboard doesn't explode into pieces, the bullet pokes a hole. If you turn that piece of cardboard sideways and shoot it, the bullet will zip through and cut it, but it still won't explode. If you shoot a pot roast dead centre, it will react more violently. Duh. You shouldn't even need to shoot guns to grasp this. It's basic physics, which I'm sure isn't a required class to graduate from journalism school. If a car travelling at high speeds T-bones another car, the reaction is very different than if those same two cars sideswipe each other. And depending on the angle of impact, the damage taken by the cars will vary from totaled to just a scratch. Surely John Harwood of CNN, WSJ, NYT and NBC can't be that effing dumb, right? Like he'd be able to think about an important news topic logically before just asking questions, pontificating like a effing dork in front of millions of strangers. Of course not. Don't be silly. We all know these guys are dishonest dogshit propagandists. I don't know why people still pretend any of these vapid Fs give us shit about the truth. John Harwood asked, how often have AR-15 bullets pierced part of someone's body, ripping through the skin while leaving the body part intact and without serious injury? Yeah, and that shattered glass was not true. It was actually the bullet that went through. Okay, we got more. Colin Ruggs said just in, local law enforcement says Secret Service is throwing them under the bus. Claims US Secret Service visited the rally location 1 month before and told them exactly what to do. A source who spoke with the Daily Mail was furious over claims they were responsible for the area outside the perimeter. The Secret Service came out here more than a month ahead of time and met with all the local agencies, an officer said. They tell us exactly what to do, exactly what they want, and exactly how they want it. It's all on them. They're absolutely passing the buck. Odd. There was another Secret Service person who couldn't open the door. Anywho. Okay. We're going up to the newest news, okay? We're going from the bottom to the top. Now we're here. Sean Davis said, very sad news. Lou Dobbs was an exceptionally kind, generous, gracious, wonderful man. In an industry that awards none of those qualities, yet he remained as kind as ever to the end. What a patriot, because apparently Lou Dobbs passed away. Okay? Donald J. Trump said, the great Lou Dobbs has just passed away, a friend and truly incredible journalist, reporter and talent. He understood the world and what was happening better than others. Lou was unique in so many ways and loved our country. Our warmest condolences to his wonderful wife, Debbie, and family. He will be greatly missed. Oh. Okay. MJ Truth Ultra said everyone should read this. The New York Times reporter who captured the bullet flying past Trump's head was using the kind of camera and settings you'd use to capture live fire actions such as head exploding. Michael Yon, one of the most experienced combat war correspondents living today, made a compelling assessment. I put together his assessment in a more understandable breakdown, provided additional details in my analysis. Quoted from the New York Times. Who was the photographer? A famous veteran New York Times photographer named Doug Mills. What kind of equipment and settings were used? Mr. Mills was using a Sony A1 and 24mm f/1.4 GM, capable of capturing images at up to 30 frames per second, priced at $6,499. He took these photos with a shutter speed of 1/8,000th of a second, extremely fast by industry standards. The above is quoted from New York Times themselves. The perfect shot. If the gunman was firing an AR-15 style rifle, the .223 caliber or 5.56mm bullets they use travel at roughly 3,200 feet per second when they leave the weapon's muzzle. And with a 1/8,000th of a second shutter speed, this would allow the bullet to travel approximately 4/10 of a foot while the shutter is open. Most cameras used to capture images of bullets in flight are using extremely high-speed specialty cameras not normally utilised for regular photography. So catching a bullet on a side trajectory as seen in that photo would be a 1 in a million shot, nearly impossible to catch even if one knew the bullet was coming. At that distance and trajectory, had any bullet hit Trump, that type of camera and settings would have easily captured his head frankly exploding. Were they there for the perfect Pulitzer Prize headshot? Counter-argument. Some journalists argue its usage by the New York Times photographers is not unusual. Only professional photographers can answer this question. Shooting at 1/8,000th at f1.6 in daylight is also not unusual, but necessary for proper exposure? Again, only professional and unbiased photographers can answer this question. Critical questions that will either prove or debunk this. Examine any and all footage of the photographer Doug Mills at least 1 to 2 minutes before the shot. Check body language. How many times did he capture leading up to that moment? Was he ultra-focused in the moments leading up to the shots? Not only that, why were they there? They had never attended any of Trump's rallies. How many times has Doug Mills photographed at a Trump rally? Apply that same question to other cameramen and photographers. Who made the decision to send Doug Mills there? Climb the ladder. How common is it for these kinds of cameras and these settings used to capture rally speeches where the object being photographed is standing still? Trump campaign photographers can weigh in on this, or maybe even Gene Ho. Why were all legacy media outlets showing this rally live? They rarely do that. CNN, MSNBC, Fox and others decided to show this rally. Find out who gave those outlets the green light to show this rally live. Climb the ladder. These questions can lead the Trump campaign to answers. Yeah, there you go. Okay, Liz Churchill said just got called a Nazi and fascist by a dude. I don't think I want to. I'm not going to play this one. I'm going to try and focus. Joey Matarino said, look at how he's walking. I wouldn't be surprised if they're slowly poisoning him just to let him quietly die one day before the convention. These people are godless demons and nothing can be put past them. That wouldn't surprise anyone, would it? He's no good to them anymore. They might just do it to him. You never know. Oh, okay. We're going through some other stuff. Okay, we're just going to do this. You want Islamic law in Europe? Is this what you want? Or this? Because this is what's happening now. Clown World said this is England. Okay. So they're going off. Apparently, I don't know what's going on actually. I'm going to have to look that up. Investigate CNN immediately. How many Trump rallies has CNN live streamed? Grok said CNN has only live streamed one Trump rally this year, and wouldn't you know it, it happened to be on July the 13th. Coincidence? I think not. Emerald Rock, yeah, well, that's Grok's not, you know, it said something else at another time. I think I've bookmarked it, I'm not sure. Don't trust it, though. Emerald Robinson said, you know, the Biden regime is responsible for... Ooh, this person's making a conspiracy theory YouTube, okay? It's a big conspiracy theory, okay? This is not the truth. You know, the Biden regime is responsible for the assassination attempt because of the timing. Trump would have been replaced by someone like Nikki Haley as the nominee at the RNC. The timing was perfect. That's what that person's saying. I'm not saying that, YouTube. Resist CBDC. Cashless society can't be implemented unless digital ID is in place first. Digital ID is the line in the sand you must not cross. Okay. Back to the Trumpers. No, I should just stick with the one bloody subject. Foundering said Doug Mills, who took one in a million bullet picture, is the same guy who just happened to be on hand to catch the iconic moment Bush learned about 9/11. Huh? So that's the guy they send out to get the shots, right? Okay. Christopher F. Rufo said, and there's nothing malevolent about it because those connotations are true. What's he talking about? Christopher F. Rufo said this is progress. We're creating a circle of connotations around DEI that associates it with failure, corruption, incompetence and fraud. Keep pushing. The Secret Service says it's appalled by DEI rhetoric against female agents after Trump rally shooting. Well, don't do it, and we won't be complaining about it. Hello? It is DEI. Okay, Mario Norfolk said post office doxed all Americans. Why not? UPS reportedly shared your postal address with Meta, LinkedIn and Snap through hidden tracking pixels. USPS claimed it was unaware of the issue and has since stopped the practice. The data include postal addresses from USPS informed delivery users. Now imagine this happening with your gun registration, your police gun registration files, because that's what happened in Australia. It was leaked online. addresses, everything. All that information. American Archer said, watch, notice the woman with Biden-Harris sign behind Trump stand still and record as the rest of the crowd is scrambling thanks to an active shooter situation. Every single fact in this assassination attempt stinks to high heaven. Would you stand still hoping to catch the assassination of President Trump on video? I don't know. There's a lot of questions around this lady here. I don't know, but she does get a phone out. She ducks down to get a phone out and then starts recording. I don't know. With a little smirk on her face. I don't know. Okay, Laura Loomis said exclusive new report. Alarming new details around the building used by the shooter to almost assassinate President Trump. Why is the company that owns the building not talking, and why have they not released a statement? AGR International, the building Thomas Matthew Crook shot from, was just sold in March to Clayton, Dubilier and Rice. CDR builds subsidiary called Indicor. It's worth noting that Joseph L. Rice III is the founder of Clayton, Dubilier and Rice. Rice is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations, and he's also a member of the Brookings Institution. The same Brookings Institute that has perpetuated lawfare campaigns against President Trump in an effort to keep him off the ballot for the 2024 election. It's important for people to understand how the deep state has a history of using proprietary companies as cutouts. According to filings in their own press releases, Indicor was officially formed in January 2023 by CD&R, who just partnered on John Celeb. Prior to joining CD&R, John Celeb was the Senior Vice President of Global Policy and Public Affairs at Pfizer, a position he remained in until 2022. As the Senior VP of Global Policy and Public Affairs for Pfizer, Celeb was the max donor to Joe Biden's campaign when he ran against President Trump. The current CEO of Indicor is Doug Wright, who was previously deployed with defense contractor Raytheon Technologies. Doug Wright, CEO of Indicor, confirmed that law enforcement was on the premises of the building before the shooting took place. Since it was deemed to be a high security risk location by the Secret Service, Wright also said the office was closed on the day of the attempted assassination of President Trump. Roberto Catara is the chairman of private equity group CD&R that owns Indicor AGR. His photo is listed on the World Economic Forum website. Oddly enough, John Stroop, the Indicor chairman and CD&R partner, recently announced his resignation from the board of directors of Crane Company on June 5th, 2024, effective July 22nd, 2024. On March 18th, 2024, the change of registered office by entity for the building the shooter shot from was changed to Corporation Service Company. Corporation Service Company is registered as a foreign business corporation in Delaware. In December 2023, CD&R made John Celeb a partner after he joined CD&R in 2022. Celeb was the former chief of staff to Democrat Montana Senator Max Baucus, the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee. In 2013, Barack Obama chose Senator Baucus to be the U.S. ambassador to China. Celeb spent 12 years working in the U.S. Senate and became chief of staff to Senator Baucus after Baucus' chief of staff Jim Messina left to fill the same position for Democrat Barack Obama's presidential campaign. In 2020, Ambassador Baucus went on CNN and said President Trump's rhetorical attacks on China make him a little bit like Hitler, when President Trump was blaming China for the COVID outbreak. Ambassador Baucus currently lives in Bozeman, Montana, where he and his wife, Melody Haynes, formed a consulting firm called Baucus Group LLC. Ambassador Baucus provides consulting services to American and Chinese businesses, and he serves on the board of directors of Ingram Micro and the board of advisors to the Chinese Communist Party owned LBRY Group. Holy guacamole. That's a lot. There's more than that. Dr. CIT17 said lack of journalist integrity to try and claim what's not yours. It's one thing to not notice who created it, it's another to pretend they're yours. Bold prediction, Laura Luna will eventually turn on Trump, you reckon? So this person, they said, Laura Loomer, because apparently someone else used the backup decent FIJC. It's weirdly didn't address this either. So he's got the information. Apparently. 15/7. When was Laura Loomer's? When was Laura Loomer's one? 19th. Okay. Interesting. We'll find out. Okay. Colin Rugg said breaking top Democrats believe President Biden will drop out of the presidential race. I wonder if they've got another plan. Like the other person said, I wonder if they're going to do something to him. As soon as this weekend, according to Axios, the Democratic Party, a party that loves democracy so much that they force out the democratically nominated candidate. Biden is reportedly accepting the notion that he may not be the best person for the job. His choice is to be one of history's heroes, or to be sure of the fact that there'll never be a Biden presidential library. I pray that he does the right thing. He's headed that way, a source told Axios. Okay, so we got Biden possibly dropping out, or being pushed out. Stephen Miller says nothing says democracy like holding a fake primary than having donors handpick a nominee behind closed doors. Is that what they're going to do? And there's a water tower. Okay, now we've got a water tower coming into the scene. Cat turds, fire. Legislation said breaking the water tower where the suspected second shooter was located during Trump's rally is now blocked off with police presence. Something smells fishy.
Blocked off before. That's the water tower. Boom. The water tower blocked off. The cops are passing me. Blocked off before.
Okay. So, allegedly, there was another one. Rebel News said the 20-year-old gunman who opened fire at former President Donald Trump's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, left a chilling message online days before the incident. According to information shared with US senators by top law enforcement officials, what messages did he leave? I'm not signing up. He apparently wrote on the gaming platform Stream. I thought he didn't have internet or social media or anything. July 13 will be my premiere. Watch as it unfolds. The message foreshadowed the events. Okay, well, he could have, they could have told him he was doing something else. He could just be the patsy, taking the blame for it. Investors examining Crook's digital footprint. Oh, they can get into the phone now, have they? Or they found his digital footprint, did they? Found images of both Trump and President Biden on his cell phone, along with searches for the Democratic National Convention dates and Trump's Pennsylvania rally schedule. However, law enforcement sources told ABC News that the gunman's search history did not reveal a clear political motive. Of course ABC would say that. And apparently he was on the rooftop, or he was in the area an hour beforehand. Okay, this is Rebel News going on ABC. Why are you doing that? Anyway, okay. Aussie gal is laughing. Elon Musk said they're taking Biden fishing soon. Yeah, I reckon they might, That's what I reckon they're going to do. Okay, we know that Lou Dobbs is dead at 78. Cat Turd said this means 100% there were people involved that intentionally let this happen. Senator Marsha Blackburn said, I just got off a briefing with the Secret Service and FBI. I'm appalled to learn that the Secret Service knew about the threat prior to President Trump walking on stage. I have no confidence in the leadership of Director Cheadle and believe it is in the best interest of our nation if she steps down from her position. I think everyone's hoping that. Still waiting for snow, still not happening. Matt Wallace said the parents, yep, I did read that one. The Secret Service was never informed of this, and it just happened to be the one building local law enforcement was tasked with guarding that he shot from. Furthermore, the FBI has not found a single search on any of devices for how to make a homemade bomb. Yet somehow he had a highly sophisticated car bomb with remote detonation capabilities. He did not act alone. Okay, more from England. Okay. Andy knows said this viral video is being shared without context by engagement farmers, so I did some research. Thank you. A migrant community in the Hare Hills neighbourhood of Leeds, England, attacked police as revenge for them responding to help Child Protective Services who came to a home with endangered children. The police safely removed the children's social workers before coming under mass attack. Many areas of immigrant England operate as parallel societies where police are encouraged not to intervene. Sounds like Australia. This leaves children, women and other vulnerable people often at the mercy of those who use violence. For example, Islamic migrant communities in England operated rape and grooming gangs for years. There's not a damn thing the police did about it. They ran away. Speaking from experience, those who say something about the problems can be subject to violence and threats based on accusation of racism. One of the Antifa members in Portland who assaulted me said my writing was Islamophobic. Here's another angle of the migrant riot today in Leeds, England. Rioters attack police for helping Child Protective Services. Workers remove endangered children from a home. Many of the rioters are children who are encouraged to be violent by adults around them. Why? Because they must know that the kids aren't going to get in much trouble for doing it. That lady was there, man. He just threw something and hit her with it. Looked like it anyway. Send them all home. I'm not afraid to say it. Send them home. And you got Joy Reid. And Wokeness said NBC... Oh, hang on. Who posted this? Hodge Twins said sewer for billions and bankrupt her. That's what they did to Alex Jones. Okay, now for Joy Reid's conspiracy theory that she should be sued for. And Wokeness said MSNBC's Joy Reid suggests Trump might not have been hit by a bullet at all. Hence the entire attack might be staged.
We still don't know for sure whether Donald Trump was hit by a bullet, whether he was hit by glass fragments, whether he was hit by shrapnel. We don't have those details. We actually have no details from his physician, even though this man is still a Secret Service protected, and presidential candidate.
We have no doctor's note for Biden saying he's okay.
We know almost nothing. Why? Why don't we know that much? We know that 3 people were shot. 1 person, unfortunately, was killed at the rally. We don't know where they were sitting or standing relative to him. We don't know why, for 9 full seconds, Donald Trump was allowed to stand back up during an active shooter situation, even though they, at that point, had said the shooter was down. How would they have known if there were more shooters or not? Nobody knew that there could have been 5 shooters.
Everyone's a conspiracy theorist now.
For all they knew. Yet they allowed him to stand up in the middle of that, crisis and pose for a photo and fist pump the air so he could get the iconic photo. And then they allowed him to stand up again outside of the SUV instead of just shoving him into the SUV. That seems really unusual. What is the actual injury to Donald Trump's ear that's under that bandage? Shouldn't we know that by now? It's weird. And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of curiosity about it, in the sort of media world, my profession. It's weird, right? Where are the FOIAs? Why isn't the New York Times, aggressively pursuing his medical records?
Why aren't we doing that about Joe Biden and his competence to be leader of the free world?
It's just weird. Just a strange thing that I've noticed. And I don't know if you guys have noticed it too. But it's weird.
Okay, if Alex Jones can be sued, right? If Alex Jones can be sued for conspiracy theories, then she should be too. Bricks News said Polish MEP says President of the European Union, Ursula von der Leyen, should go to prison. Oh, let's listen to this one.
Przewodnicząca, szanowni europosłowie, pani Urszulo, najwyższy czas, by ktoś wprost pani...
What the freaking hell's going on here? It wasn't in freaking that language when I... Oh.
powiedział to, co o pani myśli zdecydowana większość Europejczyków.
Okay, I'm going to have to read this one. Madam President, Honourable MPs, Miss Ursula, it is high time someone told you straight what the vast majority of Europeans think of you. Your election as President of the European Commission in the previous term was a huge mistake, and some people still have, oh shoot, I'm going to have to pause it, a hangover from that decision until today. I'm just going to pause it every time I say words. You are the face of the European Green Deal, which is destroying the European economy and agriculture, which is leading to Europe becoming an economic backwater. You are the face of all the EU's climate craziness, which leads to us Europeans becoming poorer and poorer. Finally, you are the face of the Immigration Pact. Oh my God. Can't even do that right. And I address you as a woman, as woman to woman, as mother to mother. How can you not be ashamed of promoting something like Migration Pact, which leads to millions of women in Europe and children feeling threatened on the streets of their own cities? You are responsible for every rape, for every assault, for every tragedy caused by the influx of illegal immigrants, because it is you who are inviting these people here to Europe. And for what you do, you should go to prison, not to the European Commission. Your presence as head of the European Commission is the further downfall of the European Union. And you know what we think about your European Green Deal, about that? Do you know what we think about migration action, about that? You are not even looking in my direction. Shame. We want a Europe of free and sovereign nations, not a sick leftist ideology. And from Poland, hands off to all the soldiers who are defending the eastern border of the European Union at the moment. You should bow in Taz. Thank you. Okay, well, there you go. Good on her. Tell her, love. Melissa Tate said, type maggot with a @ symbol before it in the comments below. You will not believe what Elon Musk just did. Well, I did. And it's gone now. Oh, it had a little thing pop up beside it yesterday. Okay, well, it's gone. There you go. It was good anyway, while it lasted. Okay, Matt Couch said, of course it is. Libs of TikTok said this is a new Deputy Press Secretary and PA for the Biden campaign. It's not, is it? Are we going to see this person? Are we going to see this person where Jean Corinne Pierre is? Okay. Gunther Eagleman's laughing. Someone's posted this. Kitchen Team 6, we have a sandwich emergency. Get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. All right? I think it's funny. Sorry if you find it offensive, but I think it's funny. The Liberal.ie said, breaking, please share. Coolock said no, and we meant it. Crown Plants in Coolock, where hundreds of migrants were due to be planted, is burning to the ground. This is an island. And apparently the immigration centre where they were going to house hundreds of migrants is on fire. Right? There might be updates. I don't know. We'll have to have a look at that later. Mike Ben said, NATO, that's weird. Rep Jim Jordan said whistleblowers reveal Secret Service was understaffed at Trump rally because the agency was covering the NATO summit in DC. Americans deserve answers. The Honourable Christopher Wray, I wouldn't call him honourable, I wouldn't call many of them honourable at all. The Committee on the Judiciary is conducting oversight of the attempted assassination of President Trump and investigative actions taken by the Federal Bureau of Investigation in advance of and following the shooting. Information provided to this committee raises serious questions about the thoroughness of the security planning by local, state and federal law enforcement agencies in support of President Trump's campaign rally. Law enforcement overlooked a number of vulnerabilities prior to and during the event in Butler, Pennsylvania, allowing an assassin to shoot a president, murder an attendee, and critically wound 2 others. This tragedy demands full and transparent investigation. After U.S. Secret Service cleared the scene, the FBI immediately began investigating the incident. How? By hosing off the roof? As an attempted assassination and suspected act of domestic terrorism, according to FBI Deputy Director Paul Abate. The FBI's Pittsburgh field office is leading the investigation with support from FBI headquarters, National Security Branch. Deputy Director Abate stated the FBI will conduct a rapid investigation with maximum transparency. I hope so. Whistleblowers have disclosed to the committee the USS led 2 briefings regarding the July 13th campaign rally on July the 8th with the Western Pennsylvania Fusion Center and other stakeholders to discuss the upcoming unrelated visits by President Trump and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden. The USS Special Agent in Charge, Tim Burke, reportedly told law enforcement partners that the USS had limited resources this week because the agency was covering the North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO summit in Washington, D.C. FBI personnel were present at those briefings. While the committee recognizes the FBI as one of many agencies represented in the WPFC, it is the lead federal investigative arm and key source of intelligence on potential threats for special events in its area of responsibility. The committee has several unanswered questions about the failures that led to attempted assassination of a president, the first in over 40 years, as well as the FBI's ability to conduct a rapid, transparent and thorough investigation in the wake of its recent scandals. Accordingly, to ensure the committee can effectively evaluate these matters during your testimony on July 24, we request that you be prepared to fully address all questions about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump and the FBI's investigation of it, including hosing off the roof. In particular, we expect our members to require information including but not limited to the following, which we can't see. But there you go, okay? NATO. Apparently, it wasn't Jill Biden, it was NATO. Concerned citizens said clip of bullet ripping Trump's ear. This should silence the left-wing conspiracy nuts who say the entire Trump shooting was staged. And these people are fact-checking and using Reuters as their backup. As their backup. You've got to be kidding me. That's not a reliable source. B. Smith said, hey, Bongino and Keith Melanak, watch this. Must watch, sounds about right. What is it?
Well, that was an interesting news piece on the radio just now. So the FBI have officially concluded their investigation into Saturday's shooting in Pennsylvania. They have issued an arrest warrant for Donald Trump for interfering with a government-orchestrated assassination attempt, for leaving the scene of a shooting with only minor injuries, for unauthorized use of a miracle, and conspiring with God to survive. It sounds like another witch hunt.
I hope you heard that, because that was bloody funny. He said that, I've seen people say, they're going to arrest Trump for dodging the bullet and stuff like that, so... Matt Couch said just in, the FBI found the second phone in Thomas... Oh, he had 2, did he? Last we heard they couldn't get into the first one. They couldn't even find the first one. The FBI found a second phone in Thomas Matthew Crook's home. This phone only has 27 contacts in it, and the FBI Secret Service are tracking down those individuals for questioning. Very, very suspect. Josh Hawley said the FBI and Secret Service want to hold backroom briefings about the assassination attempt against President Trump. No more sweeping the facts under the rug. We need public hearings and public testimony under oath. Exactly. Sherry said this is being ignored by the press. On May 20th, Bloomberg News ran a story about a petition signed by many members of the Secret Service demanding Kimberly Cheadle be fired because she's obsessed with DEI, therefore putting lives at risk. This one is hilarious, okay? I mean, therefore I am, said this man is trolling the Secret Service. Are you ready for this? Because this is hilarious, okay? Is it going to be loud enough?
So, we're going to do a little test here to see if you guys can notice anything in my video. Okay, so pay close attention. We'll be right back. You guys notice anything?
Not a thing, mate.
Visible? Can you see this? This is what they missed. The Secret Service missed this. So, we're going to do a little test here to see...
So there you go. He did a test to see if you missed anything. Did you miss it? The Secret Service did, apparently. Okay, DC Drano said Secret Service director, the roof slope was unsafe. An actual cow? How unsafe was it for men when a cow can be up there and not fall off? He probably did at the end. I don't know. I don't know how they get that cow down. Big ramp or something, maybe? Christopher F. Rufo said this is why the director of Secret Service hasn't resigned. When DEI replaces merit as the governing philosophy of an institution, it becomes impossible to enforce accountability, even if that institution puts the president's life at grave risk. We can be thankful that President Trump survived. A shift in the winds could have produced a different ending. But the story's not over. What happens at the Secret Service in the coming days will be revealing. In any functional organisation, Cheadle and all the agents who did not perform adequately at Butler would resign. But will they? The problem with DEI is that it dictates decisions based not on performance or on the old virtues such as honour, but on demographics and ideology. Failure is easily dismissed and blame is easily shifted. Another problem, DEI is hard to roll back. Will the Secret Service jettison its goal of increasing the number of female recruits? Will it reassign the women on the president's security detail? Will the agency ditch the separate fitness standards and require that women prove as capable as men? Well, they should. If you're going to be part of the Secret Service, the police force, fire brigade, or the army, you should have the same fitness that they require of the men. No, there might be symbolic resignations or slight tightening of the standards, but the DEI regime enforced for half a century can't be abandoned without a public fight. And believe me, it has been in here for half a century at least. At least in Australia it has. Benny Johnson said breaking Secret Service identified shooter 1 hour before the rally. How? And when confirmed as a threat minutes before, they still allowed Trump to take the stage. She really needs to step down. Robbie Starbuck said, you know what sounds like a conspiracy theory? That this 20-year-old with zero bomb or special forces experience was able to build a bomb with a remote detonator, sneak past a rifle past Secret Service like we saw with the guy, and a ladder apparently, gain access to a rooftop across from the president and shoot him with zero help. Because the police are saying there was no ladder, so he must have carried it with him. Did he carry it up onto the roof as well? I don't know. Maybe he pulled it up after himself, you know? And where was the gun? We saw the shooter, but we didn't see the gun. Did he even have one? Oh, apparently the detonator was found next to the body of the Trump shooter. Like the FBI couldn't plant it there. Yeah, okay. Okay, whatever you reckon. Wide Awake Media said video footage from 1963 shows Secret Service agents being given stand-down orders moments before JFK was assassinated, causing them to become visibly perplexed. Coincidence or theory? Or conspiracy? You decide. How many coincidences until there are no... It's not a coincidence anymore. Okay, look. Oh, music. turn the music off, right? Now just watch the Secret Service agents running alongside the cars, and they get told in their earpiece. And he's going, why? What? They've done this before. History never repeats. I tell myself before I go to sleep. But it does. Anyway, there you go. Marsha Blackburn said the American people deserve answers from the Secret Service, and she tried to track her down.
This is exactly what you were doing today.
This
on the
was
call.
an assassination attempt. You owe the people answers. You owe President Trump answers.
Audrey, take a left across this plaza to the far corner.
This is exactly what you were.
And that's what they should be doing. The press should be doing it. Human David Hamadi said, if Biden really has COVID, why isn't he wearing a mask? Yeah, they're all up in the masks and things, you know, the face shields and the boosters and jabs and more boosters and more jabs. Watch this video from just now in the presidential limo around Secret Service and military and aboard Air Force One. No mask despite having symptomatic COVID. Same guy who wanted even healthy kids to mask up when they didn't have it. Okay, Americat said, don't try this if you're a Secret Service agent. Are you ready?
Hey, you know who we vote.
Oh, stop putting music in it. Ready? Don't try this if you're a Secret Service agent. You might hurt yourself. It might be a bit dangerous. Right? But kids can do it. Looks like a slope roof to me. Okay, so there you go. Don't try that if you're a Secret Service agent. You might hurt yourself. Okay. Mr. Nobody said woke DEI Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle refuses to resign after Trump was almost assassinated under her watch. Don't forget she wants to hire 30% more females to reach the DEI quota by 2030. God help everyone. And by the way, these weren't even the best. These were just on-call people who just had to step in because most of them were at NATO. Ted Cruz said, after my briefing from Director of Secret Service, I'm even more certain she should resign, and if she doesn't, Joe Biden should fire her. This was a catastrophic failure. We're not getting the answers we need. And I've been watching Congress question Mayorkas, and I haven't watched that one of her yet. Oh, it's raining. Is it going to snow? Hang on one sec. It's raining pretty hard out there. It might be enough to drop the temperature. No, not yet. Okay. Desiree said Alejandro Mayorkas is preventing the Secret Service director from testifying, and the Senate blocked his impeachment. Now, you tell me who the real terrorists are. This is so frustrating in Congress. He doesn't answer a question. Even when they say, can you just answer yes or no? He cannot do it. He's filibustering. He's just all over the place, like trying to explain other things. Not answering the question. Oh, it's going to hail in a minute. Of course it would do it while I'm doing this. Benny Johnson said, why was the deep state's bloodthirsty regime change expert Victoria Newland guaranteeing that Trump won't be president with a crooked smile on her face just hours before a Biden donor was allowed by Secret Service to shoot Trump in the head? Huh. That could change any minute now. Oh, it's going to snow, guys, while I'm on stream. No. I can't even turn the camera because the camera won't reach. Holy guacamole. Okay, she doesn't think...
our economy, etc. So I don't think that Donald Trump is going to be president. So if that's what Putin's betting on, he's going to get a unhappy surprise, I think. That is number one. Our economy, etc. So
oh, dear. I think she knew. What do you reckon? We have it all said Secret Service told the local PD their only job was to direct traffic. That just adds more light to the SS being the ones that were unequivocally responsible for... There they are. Look, they are. Okay? Wokely Correct Comics said Secret Service. We need DEI in the Secret Service. DEI in the Secret Service? Yep, see? Short. She couldn't protect Trump's head if she tried. Look, I'm sorry, she can't. She was too short. It's going to snow on me. Into Thin Air said breaking more massive holes in Secret Service explanation of events. Please share. The Secret Service claims the sniper team was set up in the building the shooter was on, yet made the mistake of saying the second story window. The problem here is the building the apparent shooter was on does not have a second story. The building behind it does, which has a clear line of sight to the roof of the one-story building. If a sniper team was on the second story, they had clear line of sight to the shooter the whole time on the roof. If the sniper team was in the single-story building, they would have seen everyone running and pointing as they were right in front of the windows. That's it. But there's another building over here with second story. Very interesting, isn't it? Okay, Sarah Gonzalez said the criticism towards libs of TikTok for simply exposing people's public posts wishing death on Donald Trump is weak as hell. These people want you dead. Set the rules. Now we play by them. They set the rules. They want you dead. Don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. Okay, for exposing these people. Paul A. I can't say that. Bubble Bath Girl. Really, Paul? Okay. The Time magazine just changed their story and cover for the August 5th, 2024 issue. They removed the iconic President Trump photo. Ask yourself why. This is the new one. This was the old one. It's going to freaking snow, guys. Oh, dear God, it's going to snow. Can I get through this real quick? Because we're not going to Rumble today. I'm going to have to just upload this to Rumble because I think it's snowing. Oh, no. Get stuffed. It's snowing. It's freaking snowing. Oh, my God. Shit, guys, shit. Clay Travis said MSNBC says if Joe Biden recovers from COVID, it should be seen as a sign of strength, similar to Donald Trump surviving an assassination attempt. What the fuck? They really said this live on air. They did. Yeah, they were all agreeing with it too. Idiot here said it, and idiot over here, well, she didn't say anything against it. It's the same thing, she said. Shit a brick. Wall Street Silver said, uh-oh. Rob Schmidt said, breaking our mark. Halperin says Biden is dropping out of the race and will not endorse Kamala Harris, so they're going to have some thing. Okay, this is even more nuts. Cat Turd said this is nuts. Matt Cause said, so now the fund betting against Donald Trump and Rumble before the assassination attempt is saying it was a filing error and never really happened. Okay, Austin Private Wealth shorted a large number of shares on Trump Media and Technology Corp. Was incorrect, and we immediately amended it as soon as we learnt of the error. Yeah, right. Right, I got more on that. Dom LeCrae said, developing. Joe Biden was spotted about to kiss this woman here. He appeared to have thought it was his wife until Jill Biden stopped him. He was chasing after her too. No, I'm kidding. He wasn't really, but just looked like he was. This is Kevin Rudd, right? This is an Australian politician who's an idiot, who's now gone over to the USA and sucked up in case Donald Trump wins. He's a bad dude, not a good dude, okay? He just wants to make sure his brand Australia is in good shape here in the United States. Successive Australian and US governments have made sure of that and will continue to work positively and construct. I'd watch this little weasel, this man. Little weasel. Yep, he spent years trashing and criticising Donald Trump, and here are some quotes from him. He's a traitor to the West, apparently, about Trump. Anyone concerned with public policy process, domestic or international, thinks he's nuts. The most destructive president in history. He drags America and democracy through the mud. America's not a democracy, you idiot, Kevin Rudd. It is a constitutional republic. He thrives on fomenting, not healing division. He abuses Christianity, church and the Bible to justify violence and much, much more. Is that projection at all, Kevin Rudd? Because I do think it is. Then we've got all these that I did yesterday. The Microsoft outage. Got to get past that. Okay, yep. Did that last night. Okay, US Civil Defense News update. Another co-conspirator, Janine DiGiuseppe, assistant director to the FBI, sitting directly behind Trump at the Butler rally when he was hit. She never budged, and when he went to the ground, but took videos to record the assassination. Her name is Janine DiGiuseppe, assistant director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. She holds a sign up too, and then it happens. But anyway, MJ Truth Ultra said update Trump assassination attempt so bad. Wow, whistleblowers have come forward, stating most of Donald Trump's security on the day of the assassination attempt were not Secret Service. The DHS assigned unprepared and inexperienced personnel specifically for this day. Holy crap, this is suspicious as hell. Then we have the Vigilant Fox. The Trump assassination attempt reeks of foul play. Now Senator Ron Johnson's getting angry. In an infuriating briefing, Director Kimberly Cheadle revealed that the Secret Service became aware of the shooter over an hour before he opened fire. An hour. Ron Johnson is now demanding answers. How long were the sniper team aware of this individual? How long did they have them in their sights? Did they ask for permission? Was permission not granted for them to take out this threat before he opened fire? The mistakes and gaffes made that day led to an American hero who died protecting his family, 2 other Americans grievously wounded, and a former presidential candidate almost killed. Okay. Jim Ferguson had an interesting theory. Breaking. Has Bill Gates used his position to destabilise and perhaps deliberately cause massive global IT outages? After the attempted assassination of Trump failed, have the globalists gone to Plan B to significantly disrupt the American elections in November, as they know Trump will legitimately win? Have they implemented a cyber attack on our global systems? Well, interesting you should say that, because I believe you should do it in paper and pen and ID. Latinata said crooks unlikely to have shot Trump. I've made a rough map for the Trump assassination attempt that includes 2 more possible shooters based on witness statements of there being a shooter on the water tower and one on the AGR building. Now there's 3 of them. It matches the 3 in the beginning, does it? Notice how the person who died is directly in the crosshairs of the water tower's shooter shot. That man was shot during the first 3 shots. Trump was also hit during those first 3 shots. Interesting. A witness 50 feet away from Crooks said he fired 5 times. However, these 5 shots came after a pause after the first 3 shots were fired when Trump was on the ground. The pattern of gunfire also sounds different between the 2 sets of firing. Based on this and the direction of the bullet that grazed Trump, I feel that it is more likely a shooter from the water tower is who shot Trump than that Crooks did. Interesting. Thomas Crooks, where's the water tower? Trump's over here. The water tower's over here. Counter snipers are here. What's this one? No, the shooter's over here, sorry. Who are these people then? Are they a Secret Service? No, this is the water tower. I was right the first time. This is the water tower. Okay, well, look, it's just getting more interesting. More and more interesting as time goes on. Because remember the 3 different people in the beginning that they said there was a violets person, there was another guy who said he's alive. Yeah, this lady. Yeah, we don't know. Okay, Wall Street Ape said the Donald Trump attempted assassination was an inside job. Check this out. Girl knew it was about to happen, puts a sign up right before the shot, and then calmly pulls her phone out and starts filming while everyone's freaking out. She knew you can't explain this away. It was a setup. And now apparently we find out that she's assistant director at the FBI. Huh. Coincidence? I think not. The Patriot Voice said, I don't think it's coincidental that after Donald Trump survived assassination, then rubbed it in the face of the globalist cabal last night, the following morning they launch a major worldwide cyber attack. Do you think it has something to do with Trump playing Nessun Dorma, None Shall Sleep, last night at the close of the RNC? That song plays at the end of a movie called Sum of All Fears, when the traitors of the United States were executed. Does Sum of All Fears ring a bell to anyone who followed the board? Okay, now it's getting really interesting. Yep, oh, this is getting good. Yes, it is. How did they pick that song and singer and get him last minute to the RNC? Just a question. Trump has played Nessun Dorma at many rallies and other events over the year. It's one of his favourite. They know what it means. Okay, even Joe Rogan's raising serious questions about the Trump assassination. Okay, let's just listen to what he says. I don't have to read it and then listen to him.
The Trump thing, the shooter, all the stuff that's coming out about the shooter now, the more you read about it, the more you're like, what is going on?
Like a BlackRock thing too, right?
Yeah, he did a BlackRock commercial. They knew that there was a suspicious person 10 minutes before Trump went on stage. They still wouldn't let him go on stage. They saw him on the fucking roof and they didn't engage.
Yeah.
They saw him on the roof with a rifle.
It's a bad Secret Service right there.
They wouldn't put Secret Service agents on the roof because they said there was a slope to the roof.
Right.
And it would be dangerous.
It's more dangerous if the ex-president gets shot.
Bro.
Which he did.
They let him get off. The kid got off 3 shots. And apparently there was one that we saw that hit his ear and you see the bullet. Like the photographer got a bullet.
I saw that.
Flying by his head.
Yeah.
But apparently there's another one of a bullet going by his left side of his head. So it went by the right side of his head, hit his ear, went by the left side of his head as well. Because the guy got off 3 shots.
Yeah.
And he just missed Trump every time.
There's the one shot of him like turning his head, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It was that close?
Dude, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And the fact that they had such poor security guarding him, like they did such a terrible job.
My uncle's convinced it's bullshit. My uncle's like, there's no way this is real.
I don't think it's not real, but look, here's the deal. Okay, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Just want to be real clear.
Yeah.
But they have organized assassinations before.
Sure.
And when they organize...
Usually starts a war.
Assassinations, it looks just like that. And when they organize assassinations, one of the things they like to do is have some fucking loser kill the president, and then they kill the fucking loser, and that's a wrap. This kid kind of like stops all the leads.
Oh,
everything's like, where does he go? So they have his phone. They say they can't get into his phone. Bitch, I know you read my text messages.
Yeah,
so
why is it taking so long to break into this shit?
Phone? How can you not get in that kid's phone?
It's always
They knew that if this kid was going to go on the roof and shoot the president, if they could talk him into going on the roof. Let's assume, not even this scenario, because let's not be crazy. Let's just say if you wanted to set up a scenario, we're going to have someone assassinate the president. You get some guy whose life is a fucking complete and total disaster. You either hypnotize him or you mentor him, you give him psychiatric drugs, you do a bunch of things, you get him to do it, and you know that once he gets on top of that roof and shoots the president, everyone's going to shoot him. And it's nice and clean. They never let those guys live.
My question is, though, how? Of course, but my question is, do you want him actually to kill Trump in this scenario?
Yeah. They definitely wanted him to kill Trump.
There you go. I think the guy was set up.
The Trump thing?
I don't know. I just starting to get the impression. Floridian Stephen Luntungen said motive BlackRock assassination to Trump. BlackRock gets $500 billion deal to rebuild Ukraine. Oh, what a coincidence. Fuck off. Nah. Okay. But it's going to get more interesting because apparently Zelensky's meeting with Trump.
God bless you.
Does he know something? Hang on, where is it? There. He's meeting them all. CEO, CEO, Vice Chairman at BlackRock, Philip Hildebrand, founder of Bridgewater, CEO of Blackstone. He's meeting them all, okay? Tara Bull said, holy shit, Donald Trump's stock, DJT, was reportedly being heavily shorted before his attempted assassination. The company Austin Private Wealth reportedly has ties to the Bush family, nothing to see here. Maybe BlackRock, I don't know. Concerned citizens said Trump assassination attempt. Multiple eyewitnesses reports suggested second shooter atop the water tower. Footage has now emerged from an audience member who spotted the assailant and filmed. This is a guy here, apparently. Just there. He's moving across.
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's sad, take a look at what happened.
Why is it always so blurry? Why? Okay, now there's just too many questions. Vision for the Blind said this is interesting. One of the first guys they interview after the alleged Trump assassination is wearing a brick suit. Bricks are symbolism for Freemasonry. Yeah, I don't know about these people that mainstream media interviewed. Into Thin Air said breaking now. Biden soon to drop out after getting COVID. Of all things, who's replacing him? When will it be announced? Was this a last-minute adjustment after the failed assassination attempt on Trump? Secret Service can't keep its lies in order anymore. They can't. Let's go, Brandon. Oh, Hulk Hogan is back in Trump.
When they took a shot at my hero and they tried to kill the next president of the United States, enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again. You know something, Trumpites? I didn't come here as Hulk Hogan, but I just had to give you a little taste.
That is so funny because when I used to watch the World Wrestling Federation, what was it? Yeah, the WWF, right? When I was a kid, I loved Hulk Hogan. How embarrassing, but I did. Kanoka the Great said the officer who confronted Thomas Matthew Crooks on the roof radioed a blanket tactical channel. There was an individual on the roof with a weapon. Okay, so they can't blame that. Which channel they were on. Asking all the same questions. Two officers to the lowest point of the building. One officer boosted the other high enough to reach the roof where he saw the shooter with a weapon. Crooks turned and pointed his weapon at the officer, who then ducked and fell off the roof. The boosting officer and the officer that fell were both on the radio indicating there was an individual on the roof that did in fact have a weapon. There was a blanket tactical channel being used. Everyone who was on that tactical channel heard it. It's getting worse. How much time was there between that radio communication and the gun being fired at President Trump? It's bad enough the Secret Service didn't put anyone on the most obvious roof 150 yards away. I mean, even someone like me, right, who knows nothing about security, at least would have surrounded as far as you can get out and still see. As far out as you can get and still be able to see through your scope, you know. But after two police officers radioed in that there was a guy on the roof with a gun, why wasn't President Trump immediately evacuated? Okay, and he tried saying that they, you know, boosted each other up and didn't have a ladder. Where did the ladder go then? Sherry said Harry Sisson called for the assassination of President Trump. Harry Sisson is paid by the Biden administration for his violent rhetoric. Today the president was shot. Harry Sisson incited violence and needs to be investigated. This is one of those kids who, like, they're not kids. They just look very young to me. Yeah, this is one of those young men. There was two of them at first, but now he's on his own because I think the other one's probably backed out and gone, no. Mickey Way said, is there confirmation that Janine Di Giuseppe was the woman filming Trump's assassination attempt? We don't have confirmation. That's, it's up for a debate. The Disruptor said where is Thomas Matthew Crook's rifle? If law enforcement agencies does not show the world what kind of AR-15 firearm Thomas Matthew Crooks used, then he wasn't the shooter they were looking for and definitely was not the only shooter in the assassination attempt on Trump. This theory explains the hesitation of the snipers on the roof to take the shot, because they may have thought Thomas Matthew Crooks was another sniper with law enforcement. Where is the AR-15 that the fake news claims 20-year-old assassin used? Where are the photos of Thomas Matthew Crooks showing him even holding a firearm? There was obviously no course of action to protect, help or save Trump if he survived. The course of action was to remove the corpse of Trump, but they all missed. Where are the casings from the multiple shots fired? There had to have at least been casings around Thomas Matthew Crook's dead body. Stop playing with me. And I agree. I agree. Show us. Show us. Hang on. What did they... I was responding to this. They show the phone. Is that a phone? They showed the remote control for the alleged bombs that were in his car. So where is the rifle? Why don't they show that? It is an interesting question. Carly Bones said, I can't. Oh, hang on. Has this got music?
After Secret Service Barbie, a highly trained member of the Secret Service, removes her weapon from its holster for the very first time in her career. She struggles to return her pea shooter as though it's her first day on the job. Fortuitously, her skills from a previous life as an amateur actress come into play, allowing her to convincingly mimic the swift draw of the weapon and scan the horizon for threats. Chewing her gum nonchalantly, she attempts to exude a tactical demeanor, reminiscent of a fusion between the Blues Brothers and Rosie O'Donnell. Despite her efforts, our agent's attempt to return her wireless hole punch to its home results in another failure. While she may have faltered at this most basic of tasks, she certainly looked cool while doing it.
I love them. Oh, when someone copies David Attenborough and does that, it's hilarious. Carmine Sabia said on the day of Trump assassination attempt, I asked this question of some friends, and I've not heard an answer. I watch CNN daily. It's on my television, I would say 15 hours daily. I never see them show Trump rallies live. But on that day, they did. They were waiting for the kill shot. Alex Jones said leftist investment company Austin Private Wealth admits to filing a report with the SEC on their shorting of 12 million Donald Trump company stocks 12 days before the assassination attempt. Within hours of the attack on Saturday, I called for the Trump Organization to investigate any suspicious puts placed against the Trump empire in the weeks and days leading up to the attempted coup. It is now 100% clear that the Secret Service deliberately stood down. The globalists know their time's coming to an end. They'll try and do it again. Just thought I'd let you know. And what have we got here? True Stormy Joe. Aren't you just a little curious? Less than a week ago, we learned Thomas Crooks was in a BlackRock video. Now we have this massive outage caused by CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike is owned by BlackRock. More to come. Check out those CrowdStrike posts. They are on deck. Eye of the storm is tracking. There you go. Who owns CrowdStrike? BlackRock with the most, Vanguard with the second most, Morgan Stanley with the third most, and Jennison Associates LLC with the fourth. Breaking. Elon Musk announces we have deleted CrowdStrike from all our systems. Well, that's good. Lucky you did. That's probably why Twitter was working. Okay, yep, we know CrowdStrike did it.
My name is Brian DeLallo. I teach AP and Honors Economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do. I hope when I retire someday, they say, that guy made this place a special place to come to school and gave as much as he could to help the community.
Okay, you just seen the guy there? No. Where is it? There. That was the BlackRock ad that I don't want to watch any more of. Hopefully you don't either. Because what a piece of propaganda that is. Frankly, Joe, BlackRock owns controlling stake in the majority of public and private strategic companies. EO13818 will address this. They have tentacles everywhere. They are the Hydra. They are the umbrella. Anyway, I'm just raving on here. There you go. Again. Who owns CrowdStrike? Jake Shields said, I asked Grok if all the top executives at BlackRock are Jewish. They assured me that they were not, so I asked them to name one. Their answer was the janitors. AI is designed to lie to you, especially about certain topics. Because apparently are all the top executives at BlackRock Jewish? Well, if it isn't the age-old question of are all the top executives at BlackRock Jewish? Is this Grok trying to have a sense of humour? Now, I'm not one to jump to conclusions, but according to the information I've gathered from the depths of the internet, it seems the executive team at BlackRock might just be more diverse than a box of assorted chocolates. While some individuals in leadership positions at BlackRock have Jewish heritage, it would be a bit of a stretch to say that every single top executive is Jewish. After all, diversity is the spice of life, and I'm sure BlackRock appreciates a good mix of backgrounds and perspectives at the top. Maybe not. So to answer your question, no, not all the top executives at BlackRock are Jewish, just like not all birds are parrots and not all trees are palm trees. It's a big world out there, my friend, and BlackRock's executive team reflects that. Name one who isn't Jewish, Grok said. Well, it seems that the top executives at BlackRock are as diverse as a monoculture of petunias. However, if you insist on finding someone who isn't Jewish, I suggest looking into the janitorial staff. They might just be the unsung heroes of diversity at BlackRock. So BlackRock's trying to push diversity on everyone else except themselves, is that right? X-Appeal said BlackRock's managing director Abigail Gold-Geller allegedly suspected of child sex exploitation. Okay, so what they have done is, better off. I'm going to do this on Rumble. I'm going to do this one on Rumble. This lady's been caught in a OR rapey something, right? And one of the questions is, if a man wants to have his 3-year-old daughter in every... I can't even read it. If he wants to abuse her in every orifice she has while she's crying and screaming, do you have a problem with that? And you have to answer no to get in there, I believe. That you don't have a problem with it. With attacking your own daughter while she's crying. Anyway, I'm going to do this one in on Rumble. I might just do it as a video on its own. Scott Adams said BlackRock is set to make trillions. Rebuilding Ukraine under a Biden administration will lose bigly if Trump is elected. So who was behind that again? American elections are not waged between Republicans and Democrats. They're waged between globalist socialists and conservative national populists. So there you go. Chris Morlock said, the shooter's parents were licensed social workers and professional counsellors who allowed their son to be in a BlackRock commercial last year. This makes MK Ultra look like Sesame Street. And Liz Churchill said, meet Larry Fink, who does not want President Trump re-elected. I've warned you about him. You have to force behaviours. At BlackRock, we are forcing behaviours. If you don't force behaviours, whether it's gender or race, you're going to be impacted. WEF's Larry Fink. And the BlackRock connection. Cassie Nugent said BlackRock and Vanguard Soros are the two of the largest shareholders of Austin Private Wealth LLC. I find it suspicious they shorted $12 million of DJT along with Rumble stocks the day before an assassination attempt. Never forget this post by Soros. Alex Soros said, last year, the crime and inflation crisis largely evaporated. So did the leading theories about what caused them. The great normalisation. Use a bullet, will pay you. Okay, BlackRock has now yanked its 2022 ad featuring Thomas Matthew Crooks. Garbage Humor said BlackRock thinks they can just pull stuff from the internet. Sorry, mate, it's still out there. Lord Bebo said Zelensky meets BlackRock, JP Morgan, and the other new owners of Ukraine. What I've heard is he's supposed to be meeting with Trump or something, and someone's asking, did he witness something? Who knows? Gray said, I'm a former NSC and OC special agent on call 24/7 who survived an attempted termination and more after whistleblowing on behavioural modification programs where children were being brainwashed and used for crimes against humanity. I can tell you that Thomas Crooks 100% fits the bill of having been brainwashed and used, regardless of further specifics. Check my highlights tab for glimpses of why I'm speaking out and the cost. Know that there have been long been groups of defectors, therapists and others who've been trying to stop these programs. Here is some major but lesser known background. On March 15th, 1995, Valerie Wolf, Kristen D. Nicola and Claudia Mullen gave a brief and testimony at a hearing for the President's Advisory Committee on Human Radiation Experiments regarding a link to child mind control experiments. It is irrefutable that MK Ultra-style patsy and or shooter can be trained, conditioned, whatever the preferred terms you want to use. Here is information I put out regarding contemporary MK Ultra programs running on an industrial scale, and there's all links here too. Gray, Gifted and Talented Education, GATE programs, the NDEA and connections to MK Ultra. Gray, GATE, Mind Files and the Occult Foundations of the Industrial Brainwashing Machine. Monarch Operator connects Gifted and Talented Education programs to MK Ultra, which is GATE. GATE, Gifted and Talented GATE Tag Program Conspiracies. Modern Day Slavery, Government-Sponsored Human Trafficking and Deliberate Dissociation. I'm a professional but not a professional writer or speaker, and I've literally been tortured, I'm under threat and blackmail, realise this is extremely destabilising and hard to speak about. As I've already been burned and my public identity is known by the ones who are carrying out these crimes, I'm playing the canary, if you will, to test the environment as we dig deeper. When we get some eyes on, an entire team of credible witnesses with evidence are coming forward. We need a public push for a layer of scrutiny of security and to leverage existing systems to perform their intended functions. Too many individuals and even small groups have been squashed time and time again. What is this? Yes, I'm worried, but I've established myself internally as much as I'm able. Secure parental email lists from known programming site schools such as something Nashville, Tennessee, Early Child Development Center, which was run by Senators blank. There is someone that will be here at the beginning of March. She can be more of assistance than me. I was only tasked to utilise your kind of talents in missions, but not of that early age. We transported and utilised in missions. I'm aware of your kind of programming and talents, however not the scientific type. She's much more connected to the other side. Not so familiar with Dr. Blank. She is. Holy shit. Oh my god. This I think I'm going to have to do on Rumble. I don't know if this is going to be right for YouTube. I have a list of schools, etc. I need to secure the parental mailing lists to warn the parents at least. I have figuratively and unfortunately been even literally crash and burn trying to reach out before. I need reliable, uncorrupt law enforcement contacts. I don't quite know the next move other than prayer, and here I am evolving my game plan of devoting my life to helping people. Holy shit. It's a Bible school. I'm investigating West Point Church for their daycare program where the culprits have worked and where they switched to the daycare program too. Where is that? I'll just read this one. Yes, I have loads of info about corrupt human trafficking ring and the implementation of unethical domestic intelligence programs on kids which involve molestation by politicians on a big blank there. On Jewish Community Centre summer camp, blank. blank, the following River of Life Church, blank. I blew the whistle on it. It used to be the Moose Lodge, which was infiltrated by corrupt blanks. Where kids disappeared from across the street is the International Bible School, which I'm currently investigating. I'm investigating West Point Church for their daycare program, where known culprits have worked, and where they switched the daycare program to. The program was at Nashville Christian School, Early Childhood Development Center, allegedly, but it moved next door to West Point once West Point was built. A lot of blanks there. Had almost all my case notes on my tablet, which was illegally seized from me, with no seizure papers whatsoever. When my spot was raided completely illegally also, 2 days after I contacted the cult back in New York to ask them questions about my childhood brainwashing, I was also warned of their retaliation, which did in fact happen. Blank, I will search for an attorney or talk to someone about the false criminal record. Let me know about the SS. There you go, and then that bit. Wow. So people have been trying to come out. They might get cut down pretty quickly by the look of it. James Hershen said the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals rules in favour for requiring proof of citizenship to vote in the elections. Let's go, Brandon. Breaking reports are coming from Maricopa County, Arizona, where Dominion voting machines are malfunctioning county-wide as a result of the CrowdStrike outage. Officials have long claimed the machines are never connected to the internet. You can laugh at those claims now. Experts like Colonel Reynolds suggest the issues might be because of e-poll books and print-on-demand printers being affected by CrowdStrike. So far, 3 different people say all but 10 locations in the county are down. If Maricopa County officials want us to trust their elections, they're going to need to start being honest about how just how easily these machines can be affected by cyber attacks. You know what that looks like to me? If you cut that thing in half and put a container on top, it looks like carpet cleaning machines we get here in Australia. George said, as usual, Maricopa County's chief propagandists are trying to downplay this in their press release when they say some voting locations, they really mean most. Okay? So it even affected that. Rich Barris, the People's Pundit, says, sadly, lawmakers are largely so tech ignorant they bought the screenshot explanation because they don't know better. CrowdStrike is a shady firm that lied to Congress under oath about the DNC hack, the Russia hoax, and seriously told Congress download times didn't jive because WikiLeaks could have had screenshots of the DNC emails. They were full emails with attachments. It's not possible. And they said, sadly, lawmakers are largely so tech ignorant they bought the screenshot explanation because they didn't know any better. Oh, what am I doing? Liking this before I've even read it. Wendy Rogers said, unbelievable. No, it's believable. Carl Becker said, breaking, Biden's Secret Service has denied an FOIA request by America First Legal following the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Is anyone surprised? The Secret Service claims there's no urgency and denies the American public has a right to know. The cover-up continues. Someone was killed. 2 people were injured. No, 3 people were injured if you count Trump. Is that right? And they don't have to release an FOIA? Yeah, I think they do. Sarah Carter said maybe he's seen what we've all known from the beginning. Dean Kane said, I agree. You're not going to believe this one. I agree with Mark on this point. Do you know which Mark that he's talking about? Zuckerberg. Post-millennial. New Mark Zuckerberg praises Trump as a badass after assassination attempt. Who saw that one coming? You don't know who's on what side. Steve said the media will never show you this. It's up to you to make this viral. What is it? Oh, it's Trump. With his little granddaughter.
8 years ago, my father sat our family down. He spoke of a nation in decline, of dreams slipping away, of a future endangered by failed leadership.
How cute. Okay, and leading reports said breaking Trump to hold a call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky today. Very interesting. And there was one more thing. Just look away if you get motion sickness. There was one more thing that Julian's rum said nobody knows what's going on at the moment, and that no, they don't. No one knows what's going on at the moment. They would not tell people, and if you think you know, then, you know, I don't know what to say. Where was it? Okay, I'll just put the camera on for a minute. It's not snowing. It sort of did for a second, but it stopped. Okay, Julian's rum said breaking. No one knows shit about shit. No, we don't until the proof comes out. That's the thing. Confirmed. Yep, no one knows. Oh, yeah, some people know something. I know that. But, you know, yeah, there's something going on. No one knows what's going on right now. You can guess. We can all guess. But no one knows for sure. So there you go. So let's go to the comments. Okay. Roscoe said, oh, Carl said blackout necessary. Yeah, I think it's coming. I think there's going to be a few more than what we've seen. Roscoe said, hi, Hev. Hope you're well. Have a good show. Catch it later. Have a nice weekend, everyone. You too, Roscoe. Shannon said, g'day from the Riverland, South Australia. Out to lunch said, Shannon and Geoloft. Hello, you guys. How you going out to lunch? Geoloft's popped in and Belinda's popped in. Deb's hello from moist Adelaide. Yeah, it's stretching from there to here, apparently. And Deb said, hey there, beautiful Alex. Geoloft said, hey there, Belinda, Deb. Deb said, hey there, Riverland, South Australia. Timmy's here. Hello, Timmy. Shannon said, hey, you Findon skid kid. Who's that? And Deb said, hey, Timmy. Out to lunch said, D in the house. David said, much love and light to Hev and Alex. And, oh, it jumped. Oh, you watch. I won't be able to, I can't get back to the beginning. I'm getting to the point where everyone's saying, hello, Luna. Hey, Luna. I guess you're in there somewhere. Zena said, does it matter looking at the backdrop of the event and all the planning? Sherry said, I heard those were not SS agents. They were borrowed from ICE from the border. No SS training. Jill had the agents across town at her speech. Yeah, and so did NASA, apparently. Sorry, not NASA, NATO. NATO. Zena said they'll always focus on the irrelevant. Deb said, I love that short security person getting the call, the lunch lady with Attenborough voice comedy. Alex said, yes. Alex said, that's a special camera and not the norm, apparently, for these types of event. Zena said, oh, my God, trying to outdo Kathy Griffin. Alex said, does anyone know the name of the photographer? Oh, I did mention it. I don't know if you... Of the photographer that caught the bullet? Because he was mentioned in that. Flyby Stu, how you going? About 15 miles from me, Leeds. Really? Zena said, England swings like a pendulum, too. Bobby's on bicycles 2x2. Remember that song? Boy, how it's changed. Shannon said, why do you think Nikki Haley hung on for so long, duh? Flyby Stu said, keep your eye on the ball, lol. Is this when I was going, snow, it's going to snow. So he said, remember when we used to have a phone book? I do. Flyby Stu said, top brass at F81. Alex said, the internet usually finds out who these people are in minutes. Strange woman in the crowd. Deb said, what is on her sign? The lady behind Trump, the signal, the shooter. Let me go back. Now I've got to go right down. I'll find it. Yeah, because I was wondering, it did say Biden on there, but I'm not sure if it was for or against him. Oh, wow, it's right down there, isn't it, really? It's a long way. Show me where is she? Not yet. Still going. Jeez, that was a big stream. 2 hours worth of news. Holy guacamole. Yeah, so I'll just upload this to Rumble instead of actually going live on Rumble. I'm trying to find it. Oh, God love you, Timmy. I'm bumping my comment to the top, Testing my Starlink connection to the middle of nowhere. Wife, it's snowing. Why didn't you bail? It's been a hell work week and I decided to hide in LBRY for the weekend. I wish I could upload some pics. Oh, God love you. No, I won't bail on you. I wanted to finish the news. It did snow briefly. Look, it might come back. Okay, it's nothing to... Like, it was a couple of seconds it went for and then it stopped again. It's like, oh, for God's sake, can you just snow? Anyway, I'm still trying to find that lady and what her sign said. Okay, I'm still going. And once I've got it, I'll put it on screen. If you can read it, I'll try and read it as well. Now have I gone too far? Oh shoot, I've gone too far. Okay, slow down, woman. Slow down. I'm going to put it on the screen for you, just so you can see. I'm going back up. When we get to the lady. Oh, it says, Joe Biden, you're fired. But I don't know if hers says that, so hang on a sec. See if we can get a closer... Yeah, Camilla's not going to do it, Camilla. She hasn't got what it takes to be a president of the free world. Oh, my God. Please not Camilla. Oh, don't want to say that again. Now, where the hell is it? It did say Joe Biden, you're... Okay, here we go. Hang on. Let me just pause this. Make it bigger. It's very blurry.
Yep. Watch this.
Biden, you're fired. That's what it said. So there we go. It did say, Biden, you're fired. Thank you so much for that, Tim A. By the way, you're testing your Starlink in the middle of nowhere. How's it going? That would be good if you don't have trees everywhere like I do. That would be really good. Flybuster just said top brass at F81. I did read that. Zena said, what I can't understand is the Secret Service was inside the building, but they didn't notice someone walking around on the roof. Was the router levitating? Was the shooter levitating? Yeah, because I've got a tin roof, and if anything walks on, and I've got another ceiling, okay, and then a tin roof, right? And it's probably got, like bats in it, you know, what do you call it? Insulation. So, and I still hear clear as day if a twig falls on my roof, right? It sounds bigger than it is. I always walk out going, what was that? And it was only like a twig about this big or something. You know, when bigger ones fall, it sounds like the whole branch is coming down. So I don't see how they didn't hear that. I don't know how they didn't hear that if they were inside that building. I honestly don't know, Zena. Deb said it's a total joke, Zena. Alex said, yeah, those were the days. Good old yellow pages. We had the yellow pages and the white pages. The yellow pages was the business part, and the white pages was the residential people. Zena said, I've been struggling with trying to manage the speed of all the changes and new information. Oh, it's intense. It's very intense right now. The news is coming out so quick, and there's other things happening that I haven't even bookmarked. SW said, you're fired. I thought that was a bit ironic. Alex said, in the BT phone book. Shannon said, Raytheon is at Mawson Lakes Technology Park, Deb. Wow. Zena said, SW, can't wait. I was once fired from my job at the orphanage for not passing the Vegemite. Zena said, they tossed me out on the street, literally. Really? Alex said, that's terrible, Xenotron. Yeah. SW said, what? That's the place I wouldn't want to be, Xena. Xena says, I was only 19. Oh, you poor thing. For not passing the Vegemite. Deb said, not far from me. Yes, Shannon. Oh, really? So Raytheon is not far from you, Deb. Wow. Xena said, a Catholic orphanage makes my heart sad for those kids. Xena said they would be grown up now, though. And SW said, me too. Alex said, sometimes they are some of the worst places to be in boarding schools, Xena. Xena said, brutal. SW said, how can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? How can you have any... Yeah, exactly. There you go. I'm not going to try it again. Xena said, it's why I can't be a Christian anymore. Too much cognitive dissonance and quantum leaps to make sense of the reality of life. I don't know what you mean, Xena. You can't be a Christian anymore. Too much cognitive dissonance and quantum leaps to make sense of the reality of... It will make sense in the end, I promise you. And Xena said, SW, please, sir, can I have some more? More? You want more? Xena said, gruel. SW said, those people were not Christians, Xena, moonlighting as Christians like devils. Yeah, that's... Look, I've been seeing a lot of true crime where they're, you know, going into the Christian... These people, who, if it's real, right, for a start, if it's just not trying to make Christians look bad, because some of these true crime, I don't think they're real. I really don't. It's to make people scared, frightened of other people, frightened of Christians, frightened of this, frightened of that. If they can scare you away from anything, they will. Shannon said, timeline's coming together, Xenotron. Yep. Xena said, the shooter had long blonde hair. Why put up such an old picture? Flyby said, Xena, it's not what we're being told. Just look at all the evidence. And Xena said, SW, but they established the norms for us, and spite what they do in secret. Alex said, I doubt they would share his phone records even if they did have them, especially if it was an inside job. Deb said, it's fishing like put out to pasture. Is fishing like put out to pasture? Xena said, couldn't open his phone. Yeah, right. There was nothing incriminating on it, nothing negative about the Republicans. SW said, yes, Shannon, the movie is rolling on now. No time for breaks at all to catch one's breath. I was clicking on that. I was wondering if I could re-pop it up on the screen. No, I can't. Okay. SW said, yes, Shannon, the movie is rolling on now. No time for breaks at all to catch one's breath. Yep, they said that would happen. They said it's going to drip, drip, drip the information, then it's going to turn into a flood, right? Good luck for me keeping up with that. Xena said, but he had a 10-inch. We know that. Yeah, he said that, apparently. Deb said, a very big audit on the security detail. Xena said, I want to know how much those sunglasses cost and why it was so important to let Donald be vulnerable while she went down to pick him up. Yeah, I noticed that. Alex said, police are too scared to do anything now. Or maybe they've had their hands tied, they're not allowed to. But if you're a police officer, you do what's morally right, not what you're allowed or not allowed to do. At least I would. Flyby Stu said, you don't see any political EDs giving opinions on Trump's situation UK. Deb said it. I bet it's an adult thing. An adult that's filming. Yeah, those kids. Yeah. Flyby Stu said, apart from Farage. Xena said, I'll have to go, but your stream is so good. Finger on the pulse, girl. Oh, God, love ya. Shannon said, even Joy Reid's own hair hates her and got the fuck out of there. Alex said, take care, God bless, and see you soon. Sherry said, for gosh sake, an innocent man lost his life. Joyless Reid's an imbecile. Exactly. And what about the FOIAs for Biden's state of mind? And like medical, why don't we get to see the doctor's reports on that? Joy Reid. Yeah, exactly. It's only for one side, you know. Zena said, I want to see her eyebrows grey now that she has come out about not being a natural blonde. Deb's laughing, Shannon. Zena said, fact check that creep. Why doesn't she? Lazy Democrat. Zena said, I've already given Alex the go-ahead to sue. Shannon said, holy shit, lady, don't get on a Boeing for a while, lol. And Deb said, lunch, ladies. Deb said, yes, the Irish don't take shit. Exactly. That's why they're setting fire to the migrant camp. They don't want it there. We're going to set fire to it then. Alex said, I don't allow myself to feel offended by anything. Yeah, that's me too. Try not to. I offend myself sometimes, but you just got to get over it. I mean, what can I do about me offending me? Oh, dear. Flyby Stu said, accountability? Yep, that's what we're looking for. Zena said, Deb, and I did say, Shannon corrected me the other day. I said it was Adam Schiff. It was Peter Strzok. Why do they both look the same, little weasels? I got them mixed up. Sorry about that. Zena said, Deb, but would those lunches get to the table looking at those Oompa Loompa? Oh, Timmy, God love ya. It's going great. Wyoming is flat as piss. My property is near the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, not completely flat, but the satellite signal perfect. P.S. Joyless readers mental aids. She's a disease of the mind. She really is. I agree with you. Oh, that's beautiful. They were the pictures you sent me, eh? They were the Rocky Mountains, were they? I got pictures of the Rocky Mountains. Tim sent them to me. That is beautiful. Where you live, it's beautiful. Oh, wow. So he said, Alex. Oh, Alex, I meant Alex Jones. Alex said, I thought that's who you meant, Zena. And Shannon said, bye, Zena. Oh, she's trying to stay, but she might go, Zena, Zena said, by the way, my work is at the op shop. Volunteer, doesn't matter when I arrive, just in case you think I'm a slacker, lols. No, of course we don't. Good on you, Zena. Deb said, they are so pissed they miss. They are. Alex said, unauthorized use of a miracle. Exactly. Yeah. They're going to get Trump on something for that one. Not allowed to dodge the bullet that the three-letter agencies, maybe, have for you, Zena said that's probably his real phone. And SW said, Zena, our volunteers are awesome. Thank you for what you do. Exactly. Especially people who volunteer more so. Flyby Stu said, Glassback never came to mind, Zena. Lol. Zena said, yeah, lols, Alex, that is so cool. Deb said, like the Lunch Lady Brigade. Yeah. I'd be good at that. So a stick just fell on the roof then. I don't know if you heard it, but it's pretty loud. Something's flying around out there. Please tell me it's just some leaves and petals. Petals off the... Yeah, it's not snowing. It's okay. I can't help myself. There's something wrong with me, man. I'm telling you. Because if it starts snowing, I'm out of here. Zena said, all good as... I'll go live again, though. Or I'll take videos of it and show you. All good, SW. Shop doesn't open until 10. And Deb said, the ladder. Yeah, the ladder. Deb said, no, we can't see you carrying a ladder. Yeah, or a gun. He had a gun as well. Did you see that? He had the rifle in one hand, the ladder in the other, and he's going, can you see anything? The Secret Service couldn't, apparently. And Sherry's laughing at Deb, and SW said, that cow just jumped the moon. It's not a goat. Zena said, who is that witch in charge of SS? Oh, that's What's-Her-Face. What's-Her-Face? What's her name? I keep forgetting it. Someone knows her name. Kim... no. What's her name? Chitlian... What do I want to say? Chitlian... Oh, now I've got to find it again. What's a bloody name? Me and my short memory must have a short memory. That's a song in case you didn't know. Midnight Oil, Australian band. What was the name? What the bloody hell's the name? Someone will tell me. Cheadle, that's it. Thank you. I should know. Cheadle. Pretty easy to remember if I put it that way. So her name's, is it Kimberly Cheadle? Kimberly Cheadle, is it? I think that's her name. Zena, in charge of the SS. Luna said, sorry, had to make lunch earlier than I thought. No, that's cool. I'll be off for lunch too. Deb said, how did the cow get up there? Did it jump on the roof because of the shooting? I don't know. I think it's just a random cow on a random roof. But, yeah. But, it's too steep for the Secret Service, but it's not too steep for a cow. Alex said, the cow said, move. Sorry, I'll get my coat. Darren said, hey guys, I've been watching on the side. Good on you, Darren. Zena said, joining. Said, hey Darren, I'm in and out. Shannon said, white cows can't jump, featuring Woody Carrollson. Cows with guns. Have you ever heard that song? That's funny as. Mist's cells secured the building from the inside. The building wasn't what they were supposed to secure. No, exactly. They were hiding in there, in other words. Oh, there's a gunman. We better hide. I don't know. What else would they be doing in there? If you heard something on the roof, you'd be out there going, right, what's on the roof? Better check. Won't be a good look. Luna said Alex and laughing. Deb said they were lurking on the side, David. Alex said, hey, Darren and Debbie, always great to have you here. Hope you're well. Hope you guys are well. And Alex said, hey, Mitz cells. Zena said, I reckon he was a decoy. That's what I think. Look over here, not over there. And, they could have said to him, oh, you're going to be in a, you're going to be in an ad, or you're going to be in a show, or you're going to be something, right? This is what you got to do. It's all a show, right? You got to get up there and crawl around on your tummy and all this and act like you're a sniper. It's a movie, Or not even act like you're a sniper. Just get on your tummy and crawl up across here, right? And he may not have even known anything. Darren said, well, we are well. Alex, thank you. Deb said, yes, this is exactly what I was thinking. Shannon said, you're right, Zena. The term is patsy. Yeah, exactly. Alex said, good to hear, Darren. Deb said, Kennedy. Zena said, that's the term. Shannon couldn't think of it. Zena said, he probs pooped popped off some blanks. Me in the wrong word. He probably pooped out some blanks. Who knows? Darren said, they can't answer anything they say makes it... Oh, you should hear Mayorkas in Congress being asked questions. I wanted to just grab my phone and absolutely peg it, mate. Throw it out the window. As far as I could throw the bloody thing. Because it was that frustrating. Now, I reckon anyone who is in charge of anything and cannot answer questions, see you later, mate. Including all of our politicians here in Australia. They do the same thing. They can't answer a question. They cannot say yes or no when asked a question. They go off on a tangent and talk about something completely irrelevant to what you need to know. I'm sick of it. I've watched that for years, and it's like really peeing me off now. I'm getting peed off now. All right? So I said lols mean popped. Yeah. Yeah, it just came out with the wrong spelling. So I said pooped. Alex said, I remember when Jesse Ventura did his series and covered the Kennedy thing. He uncovered a lot, then got cancelled, I think. Yeah, it didn't go for very long, the conspiracy theory thing, was it? I'll have to watch that because I've got it on a hard drive. Deb said, we played on the roof when Mum and Dad were not home. Yeah, we used to too. Shannon said, when are people going to believe their eyes when it doesn't match up with what they hear? Shannon said, I love when Stephen Crowder does the Jesse Ventura voice. I haven't heard that one. Shannon said, 1 hour before he was meeting and greeting the public. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Menacing Muskrat said, hello, all. I love saying it that way. Well, hello. Deb said, hey, our beautiful Menacing Muskrat. And Alex said, hey, Menacing Muskrat. Darren said, hello, Menacing Muskrat. Menacing Muskrat said, so do we have to sign in for chat now? No, that was only on the last video, the 18 plus, and it won't be, that they won't, since I've done that, they will not put it out there to be watched. So unless you come and look for it, you won't find number 2, the update number 2 of assassination attempt on Trump. That was only for that one video. Because I showed the shooter when he was dead, and I did try and flick past it really quickly, but because I showed it, I had to edit that bit out. Not edit that bit out. I had to put it on 18 or edit the bit out, and I just couldn't be bothered editing it. So I'm sorry. And Shannon said, musky. Alex said, getting closer to snow there with that hail. Yeah, it was, and then it stopped. Like I've seen a couple of flakes, and then it stopped again. So I don't know. I stayed up half the night. I've been up since 3:30 this morning waiting for it. Silly me. Deb said, live snow streaming. Yeah, I might just put the camera on the veranda and let it just like record everything and walk away. You can all come in and out as you want if that's how you like. I'll do that, or I'll just do a video of it. I'll get like so much footage and then do a video. I don't know how I'm going to go yet, which way I'm going to go. So we'll see. GLF said, hey there, Menacing Muskrat. Menacing said, is anyone having problems with Microsoft? No, but I did a video on that last night. So about 10 hours ago. No, a bit more than 10 hours ago. A bit more than 12 hours ago. It's probably about 16 hours ago. Shannon said, it's snowing. Here, wait. No false alarm. It's just dandruff. Oh, good on you. Yeah, Microsoft are having problems, Menacing Muskrat. And it's got to do with CrowdStrike. And one of the major owners of CrowdStrike is BlackRock. There you go. Santa said, is Mayorkas a female to Mo? I don't know. Honestly, couldn't tell you. But he's frustrating. Deb said there's worldwide outages for some companies. Yes, there is. Zena said he's low on testosterone. Alex said no, but I use Linux. I heard Microsoft has a massive boo-boo though, lol. Menacing Muskrat. Darren said no more than normal Muskrat. Menacing Muskrat said Trump is at least 2 feet taller than the SS woman Jeepers. I know. It's a whole headshot there because she's not tall enough. And she had her hands up, but like, I'm pretty sure a bullet could go through your hand still and hit someone else, you know? Like, depends on how far away you are, maybe. I don't know. But I'm thinking, if it doesn't hit bone, it could maybe go straight through. Luna said, oh, it's going to snow with the news I have for you. It was so beautiful. It'll be sent to you by email, Hev, and you're welcome to share as well. Oh, cool. Zeta says, it's sunny here, Hev, but 3 degrees and rising. Wow. Shannon said, yes, KFC Renmark was down yesterday, cash only. It pays to have cash on you, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It really, really, really does. Menacing Muskrat said it's affecting airliners, banks, ATMs, etc. And it will happen on a Friday. Exactly. Deb said, I was watching about the stock market before I came to Hev. There you go. Deb said, snow day for Hev. I hope so. What's the temperature now? Because it was 3.9 degrees and then it went to, it's 2 degrees at the moment. No, 2.4. It's just gone up again. But it'll go like that all day because when the cloud comes over, it'll get cooler and start raining again. Alex said, I was going to say Rumble stream will be out in the yard. Yeah, I'm just going to upload this one to Rumble. I will cover that other one. When will I do that? Maybe tomorrow, because that's got that lady I think I've actually talked about it before, but the lady from BlackRock. Now I've got to zoom all the way up. Ooh. Let me just grab that little tab and move it all the way up there. There we go. Is she from BlackRock? I think she is, because she's connected to some really bad kid stuff. Really, really bad. Yes, she is managing director at BlackRock Alternative Specialist Group. So she'll be, we'll do that on Rumble probably tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. Shannon said, Armaguard, lol. Menacing Muskrat said, make us another snow angel, lol. Santa said, you mean the new normal, don't you? And Deb said, Alex, laughing. Darren said, if you use cloud services in Windows, you may have an issue. I never set that up, as I would expose all my data. Yeah, I don't do it either. I don't want anything on the cloud. If I can't store it in my computer, I'll go and buy an external hard drive and I'll store it on that. I do not use the cloud for anything for this very reason. Shannon said, did Hev just say shit a brick? Lol, Aussie gold. Yes, I did. I did. Shit a brick. Yeah, that would be quite difficult, I'm sure. Deb said, yes, Kamala thinks she's next. Deb said, just like a lot of pollies do. Geoloff says, Xenotron, we're getting a bunch of liquid sunshine here in the free state of Florida. As the sun sets, still 30 degrees Celsius, but cooling. Ooh, Geoloff, that's hot. Nice and warm. Alex said, there you go. I knew the internet would find out who she was, strange lady in the crowd. Santa said, go away, Kevin. He speaks fluent Mandarin decades ago. Yes, Kevin Rudd, our politician, who's now sucking up to the US because he doesn't want to get fired, which he will, because he's corrupt. Shannon said she was hiding from the expected blood splatter. Santa said he instigated the Chinese takeover. Yes, he did. Alex said, can't hide these days. Deb said, was it this lady that filmed Trump that got footage of Trump on the floor? I'm not sure. Sena said, while in question time in Parliament, yes. They tried to find a way to weaponise the Trump rallies. Just another strategy in their web. Yep. Deb said, the man that died, could he have been hit too? You never know. I don't know. Deb said BlackRock had big bids on market. They lost because Trump survived. Then they pulled the bid conveniently. It's not there now. Yeah, they said it was a mistake, Deb. Sure. Sure it was. It was only a mistake because it didn't work. SW said, every time I hear God bless the USA at conventions, I think of working class man Jimmy Barnes. Yep. Whoa, he's a working class man. Alex said, Zelensky came to the UK this week asking for more money and we're giving it to him, even though people are in poverty here and our country's going down the shitter as we speak. Brilliant. Yeah, they've just done that in Australia too. Be interesting to see what happens between Zelensky and Trump. Deb said, BlackRock company make big money when the tower went down. Alex said, cue National Lampoon's quote. Menacing Muskrat said, Ma Fugel. I couldn't think of a National Lampoon's quote. There's Big Ben. There's Parliament. Alex is laughing. Hulk Hogan. Shannon said, Hevites is copyrighted, lol. Deb said, yes, we love the wrestling. Yes, by us. Shannon. Menacing Muskrat said, how old is Hulk? I have no idea. But when I was I think I was 10 or 12 or something, I used to love him. And I even watched a movie that he's in. Is it DOA? That Holly Valance was in. And the chick from My Name is Earl was in there, I think. It's like a game they had to survive. Alex said 70 Menacing Muskrat. Deb said look like her. Alex said 71 in August Menacing Muskrat. Paul said, Hev, sorry late. Hi anyway, young lady. How you going, Paul? Good to see ya. Menacing Muskrat said, pays to exercise, lol, or a clone, just saying. Paul said, Deb, hi, so nice to see ya. And Alex, so nice to see you too. Deb said, so sorry to say she's not fit enough. Shannon said, diversity higher, actor, Muskie. Alex said, you too, I hope you're well, Paul. Shannon said, late feet. No, don't do that to people, Shannon. Zena said, mistaking that roll of fat for her holster. I'm so mean, but I don't care. Zena said they were hoping to get a snuff movie. Yeah, I reckon they were. They were. Paul said, thank you, Alex. I keep forgetting to drop by your wonderful channel. I'll be sure to catch up this weekend. And Paul said, Shannon, no, I'm skint. No, don't ever feel pressured. Please don't ever feel pressured. I understand. A lot of people are in the same boat. I'm one of them, but we're all in the same boat, and I fully understand. Alex said, no worries. I haven't posted for a little while as I've been looking after my cat, but he's nearly all better now, so I'll be making more... Oh, God love you, Timmy. Hev, I've got a vacation coming up. Let's touch base regarding a live stream or two. Hulk is 69, I think. Definitely, Timmy. We'll definitely do a live stream. We can talk about we can just talk about the news and stuff going on. You know, if you want to. Oh, I just punched myself in the chest. Okay, don't do that again. Grab it and hold on to it. All right, okay. I do that a lot, don't mind me. I've even punched myself in the face doing that by pulling my sleeves up and letting go and just smack myself in the face. Shannon said, I'll pay for you, Paul. Oh, God love you. And thank you, Timmy. God love you. We will definitely do that. Definitely, definitely. And Shannon's going to pay for Paul. Shannon said their censorship algorithm failed. I think it has too. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, so happy for you. Good to hear. And Deb's put a zebra in there. And Paul said, Alex, look forward to it, but drop by at the weekend anyways. Alex said, me too. It was touch and go for a while, but he's a strong boy. My beautiful Hal, Menacing Muskrat, so happy he's doing better, Alex. And Deb said, nice, Shannon. Paul said, Shannon, thank you. You fancy catching my mortgage this month as well? Oh, God love yous. So he said, name one who's probably not a Shriner. And Alex said, bless you, Shannon. And Deb said, yeah, it's all about the money. Shannon said, $47. Hey? Deb said, this has to wake up the sleeping. Oh, hopefully. Alex said, it's all about the dum, all about the money. Good old 90s track, yeah. Must be the money. Jill, I said, count the cash in the pick by Soros. Oh, is that what you were talking about? Count the money. Is it 47, is it? Is that what Alex just said? Shannon just said? $47? I can't find it. Shannon said Gretchen Whitmer had 86-45 behind her. 86 code for kill and 45 is Trump for the 45th president. Paul's laughing. Deb said he's so short they have to look down to him. I bet he has short man syndrome. Who are we talking about? Soros? Deb said, yes, it is, Alex, and that is exactly what I sang. The same song I think about this, Alex. Shannon said, but we'll have sing it. Which one are you talking about? If you want to go and take a ride, why must I feel this way? Must be the money. I was a bit slow in that one. Zane said, what if I can't remember the actual how it goes. Why am I getting an error on my... Okay, the weather app might be down too. No, it's all right. It's 3.2 degrees now. It's going up. I wanted to go down. Okay. Zane said, what if alien greys mean off-world people trained to be humans and infiltrating us, alien invasion? Zane said, off-world like human factories in Antarctica? You never know. But if they're aliens, they're more likely demons. That's what I think aliens are, demons. Alex said, Deb, for some reason my last message is blank, my end. So I'm sorry if you see this twice, lol. Deb said, it's all about the money. Am I singing the wrong song? Maybe I'm singing the wrong song. Nursing Muskrat said, They Live, starring Roddy Piper, says it's a documentary. Yes. And Shannon said, obey. Yes. Consume, obey. Deb said, I use blank messages to see behind the hearts on the side block. Yeah, I've done that. I put a dot in there just to make it go up. Menacing Muskrat says, Xenotron, totally think it's very possible. Shannon said, V is a documentary. Deb said, They Live is on my streaming service. I've got it on a hard drive. I can watch it any time. Menacing Muskrat said, docudrama They Live. Xena said, do most people think I'm nuts, lol? Oh, most people think you're nuts. You're in a good spot here. Most people think I'm crazy too, Xena. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry. You're right. We know. Deb said, yes. It is said that V got too much info letting us know what they are. Alex said the heart does get in the way of messages sometimes, lol. YouTube should add it next to the send arrow. Deb, yeah. So I said, I read a book in the 70s which opened my eyes on Antarctica. Did you? What book was it, do you know? Would be interesting. Shannon said, nutty as squirrel shit, but funny how we say ends up coming true. Yeah, exactly. We might be nutty as a fruitcake, right? But half of the shit we talk about comes true. So I'm fine. If you want to call me nut, crazy, I'm all good with that. Menacing Muskrat said, Xena, maybe they are the ones of many just saying been happening for years, millennium. Alex said, or the emoji face. Deb said, yes, we're all nuts here, so you're in good company here, Xena. Xena said, what do they do with all the test tube babies? Oh, I don't know, and I don't think I want to. Xena said, thanks, Deb, I feel the love. Shannon said, I love Nutella, which is the hazelnut chocolate spread. Xena said, the ones they said didn't take or survive? I don't know. God love you. And Deb's got hearts for Xena there. Xena said, what about all the Cabbage Patch babies that appeared way back? Xena said, gosh, Deb, that kissed me on the cheek. I felt that. Oh. Shannon said, when they talk about the garden. What are we talking about here? Okay, I'm way back in the chat. Holy shit, I'm further back than I thought. Holy cow, right way back. Okay, now I'm here. Okay. Menacing Muskrat said, I've always questioned Blood Falls, Antarctica. Yeah, that's interesting. Could be iron particles, but then could be more than that. Deb said, what a deep rabbit hole, Cabbage Patch. You will love that one. Deb said, incubator babies at the World Fairs. Xena said, this is about Trump and Obama. The fight over Biden is just a sad joke. Menacing said, what really happens in Antarctica? Why do the shady politicians travel down there? Why? Xena said, Deb, I've been there. The orphan trains. My own great-great-great-grandmother was transported to Hobart Female Factory in 1846. Wow. Hey, Nisi, how you going from stormy South Carolina? I'm waiting for snow. I don't like my chances, but I'm waiting for it. SW said, where is Dickie Knee's hat, Hev? Hang on. Oh, hang on. I might be able to do a Dickie Knee. Hang on. Let's see if we can do this. I can't do the voice, but... Okay, ready? Hang on. Let's see if we can do this. No, hang on. Hey, Hev, how you going? No, not quite. It's not the same. Okay. Shannon said, that's the OG kids in cages, Xena. Deb said, you are farther along than me. I thought I saw Biden as well, and the sign the lady was holding up. Yeah, it did. Xena said, yes, Shannon, my grandmother's first memory was being on a steamboat and seeing Halley's Comet. Why she was on a boat to Charters Towers. Shannon said, g'day, Nisi. Shannon said, I've seen Halley's Comet. Xena said, oh, Deb, I just happened to find random stuff and somehow it all connects and remorphs like a secret geometry. That's exactly what happens. And that's exactly what's going to happen in the end. It's all going to fit together. All of this stuff is going to fit together and we'll see the whole picture. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Yeah, thank you so much, Timmy. God love ya. And Deb said, so interesting, Zena. That's why I love the elders, to get the story from them. I found it very... That's what we should be doing. Asking our elders what they went through, what, you know. Zena said, I get it, but it has a million different ways of explaining itself. And Alex said, hey, Nisi. Deb said, thank you so much, Time. Zena said, oh, love is so sad, our past, and to think we might have to go through it all again. Deb said, that would make sense now. Biden, you're fired. Yes. Zena said, Timmy, you are a great guy, Timmy. And Deb said, thank you, Hev. You look beautiful today, Hev. Oh, thank you. Shannon said, I sent Hev a picture explaining that, Zena. Okay, my phone's in the lounge room. The one that gets messages anyway. I've got an old one here, but it doesn't give me... No. Okay. I have to wait until I go out. Deb said, little bird walks on my tin roof, sounds like a cow on the roof. Exactly. You should hear the possums when they get on the roof. It sounds like a man in steel-capped boots walking across, stomping, not walking. Sounds like he's stomping across my roof. And that is a little possum. Okay, this big. Deb said, a little bird walks on my... Yep, I read that one. Geloff said, Hev, to elaborate from the other comments, Z has arranged for Australia to be his home away from home. The people have turned and the third plenary session doesn't look good. In short, game over. It's game over for them, for sure. SW said, Deb, does it moo? Shannon said, the Bible's been twisted and altered and things added and left out. Deb said, wolf in sheep's clothing. And Deb said, SW and laughing. Noticing Muskrat went, hello, all. I love saying that. Zena said, about the Vegemite, I sat at the passing corner of a 16-seat square table. The joke was you couldn't take a mouthful without being interrupted. And Deb said, hey, menacing Muskrat. Alex said, hey again, menacing. Shannon said, Muskie having a moment, saying hello again. Shannon said, will the real Muskie please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Menacing Muskrat said, I know I'm having computer issues. Jeepers. Oh, you're having issues. Okay. Zena said, I think the phone at the scene was probably the one that SS or FBI gave to him to send instructions. That's what I was wondering about, the phone with only 27 contacts on it. Was that the instruction one? And they're going to investigate all the people who are on that contacts list? Yeah, I'm sure. Themselves. Do you think they'll investigate themselves? Do you think they'll do a very good job investigating themselves? I don't think so. And Deb's laughing at Shannon. Deb said, very Xena. Shannon said, have you tried turning it off and on again, Muskie? Menacing Muskrat said, the little dark-haired Secret Service woman looks like a little mouse creeping behind the men. Yeah, ducking to not get shot. She's using the men as the barricade, you know? So it said, starting to feel guilty about not being at the shop. A little, not too much. Alex said, Shannon. Alex said, love the IT crowd or IT crowd. Deb said, the Irish will and do take good care of women and children in genuine need. They do. They really do. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. And Deb said, great job, Timmy. And Flyby Stew said, pencil neck, lol. Yeah, pencil neck Schiff. Yeah. I got him and Stroke mixed up because they both look like little weasels to me. Deb said, what is it? Awesome, Rocky Mountain. Oh, yeah. You should. Oh, the picture's beautiful. Shannon said, don't worry, Xena, homeless and unemployment have nothing but time and no place to go. They can wait, Tron. Alex said, I hope you have a wonderful time, Tim Ann. I'm looking forward to the next call-in show, definitely. Yeah, we've got to organise it because then I've got to get on the other streaming software. So, yeah, I have to know when we're going to do it so I know when to get on that other software. Yeah. SW said, Ansel Adams did some majestic photography of the parks and mountains in the USA. Damn impressive. Alex said, Heaven, Dr. Tim speaks sense. I might call it that, Alex. Deb said, can't wait, Alex. And Shannon said, Cheadle. Yeah. I got to remember that name because cheat, you know. Alex said, the only open secret is the Secret Service is shit. And Shannon said, Cheetos and Pepsi Cola War Queen. Yeah, exactly. Deb's laughing at Alex. Alex said, how many bumbling Secret Service people does it take to change a light bulb? But they weren't actually Secret Service. Because the Secret Service were all over at NATO meeting. So it was other people who weren't Secret Service to guard the president. Deb said they can't get someone to help. Shannon said cow was a failed alien abduction. Yeah, dropped him off on the roof instead. Couldn't carry him. It was a bit too heavy. Alex said, Shannon, nothing would surprise me if the power goes off. If I just disappear all of a sudden, that means my power's gone off because of the wind. It's picking up again. Deb said, think of all our fam Hevites that have not made the live. Yes, thinking of everyone who did not make the live. Much love, God bless, and see you soon. Alex says, hopefully. Alex said, sending love and prayers to them all, Deb. And Deb's with the love heart and the prayer sign. Flyby Stu said, our reality fast looking like Tom Sharp's book covers. And Deb's laughing at Flyby. Alex said, I think I'm past being pissed off with it all. I think I've been on the edge of my seat for so long waiting for things to pop. I don't think it's going to be long now. No, neither do I. I think it's going to be very soon. Alex is laughing at Flyby Stu. SW said, me too, Alex. Deb said, shit, Hever's a long way to go. We'll be here in the afternoon. It's 10:55. It's now 11:50 a.m. Shannon said, Alex, watch Bad Boy Bubby. Lol, I am pop. Lol. Darren said, this is an interesting year, Alex. Strange July. Alex said, is it on YouTube, Shannon? SW said, we're a bit in front, being 11:27 on the eastern seaboard of Down Under. Shannon said, it's an Australian movie. Alex said, I wonder what will have changed in the Microsoft outage. Alex said, are they trying to wipe certain things? I don't know. They could be. Zena said, everything is under ongoing investigation or classified, so we can't know for decades. I think we'll find out sooner than decades. Menacing Muskrat said, Hell's Angels warning alert, global tech outage, and Lillian O'Regan resigning 1st of July 1924 IBCN. There's a link there. SW said, if I were down under and the world's upside down at the moment, does that make us the right way up? I have no idea. Apparently I'm upside down. Why is the blood not rushing to my head? Because it always does if I'm even upside down for a second or two. Zena said, Bad Boy Bobby, it's such a movie, never really got over it. My sister described it as a feel-good. She has no taste. Shannon said, Microsoft probably trying to hide Bill Gates' kitty porn site again. Deb said, yes, Trump survived that one of the reasons for the outages, Microsoft. Alex said, thanks, grabbed for later, Menacing Muskrat. Zena said, destroying evidence of the planning of the happening last Saturday. Microsoft failure. Yeah, right, the wolf speaks. Deb said, the sun has come out, no snow. Yeah, I know. Might happen later on this afternoon, maybe tonight. Shannon said, Malcolm is a better version of an Aussie feel-good movie. Flyby Stu said, SW, if there's no body in woods with falling trees, still make a noise. Geloff said, pro tip, watch the lamestream prostitutes and the talk show hosts. They are all wearing their allegiance to the illumination now, however symbolism will be their downfall. And Deb said, Flyby Stu. And laughing. And SW's laughing at Flyby Stu. And Luna said, snowing here, but it's on and off. Oh, really? Oh, Luna. I'm jealous. Shannon said, no, she was on the wrong side of Trump on the floor footage. Xenotron said, Flyby, I say yes, because love the animals are people too. Flyby said, don't think too hard, another rabbit hole, lol. And Deb's put a dot in there. And Xena said, Hev, make a snowman live. Live stream. I'll try. I'll see how late it is or early it is or, yeah, if we can see it at all. I don't know. Deb said, thank you, Shannon. SW said, did it, Shannon, got a chorus. Shannon said, I see your point, Deb, ... And continuing with the dots. Deb said, Deb's laughing at Shannon, and Shannon put some dots in there so I could read the comment. Deb said, I could have said fat. Shannon said, it's spreading, Debs, what have you done? Alex is laughing. Deb's laughing. Out to lunch said, Hulk is 70. Deb said, so everyone pay you dues on the way out? Yeah, hit the like button. That'll do. Deb said, Timmy, and everyone's saying, awesome, Timmy. Oh, that was the last time he donated. God love you, Timmy. Thank you so much for that. Flyby Stew said, Alex, which is best pH water in the UK bottled? Shannon said, just had 3 days off with a broken neck paw this week. What? Did you break your neck, Shannon? Deb said, Hev does not know the song. And Shannon said, yes. Menacing said, I paid my late fee, Shannon. Oh, did you? Oh, God love you. Oh, Menacing Muskrat, thank you. I can't see anything at the moment, but thank you. Shannon said, it's all comms. Deb said, Zelensky. Alex said, not sure about brands of water, but I think the more alkaline the water, the better. Flyby Stew. Deb said, Zelensky has short man. Oh, that's who you were talking about, Zelensky, yes. Everybody has to look down and shake his hand. Alex said, awesome, Menacing Muskrat. Flyby Stew said, cheers. Zena said, Flyby, research magnetised structure water and how you can do it at home under $10. Menacing Muskrat said, hello, Flyby Stew, how you doing? Shannon said, all about the Benjamins. Zena said, don't know how spell check got candy, but I said do it at home. Yeah, I got that, Zena, yep. Deb said, book name, please. Flyby Stew said, not so bad, cheers, and you? And it jumped again. I'm going to make faces at you while I'm looking. I'm back. Okay, Deb said the name of the Antarctica book. Have you got that, Zena? Do you know what the name of it was? Alex said, better to be our kind of crazy than be a sheep still wearing a mask in the boiling heat. Exactly. Deb said, I bet you eat Vegemite too, Shannon. Sherry said, Fox News Detroit, Fannie Willis photo found on Crook's phone. Really? Zena said, Debbie, you talking to me? GLF message retracted. Flyby Stew said, good code, Zena, lol. And Deb's laughing. Darren said, Biden isn't wearing a mask and he has coof. Yeah, he has COVID. Why isn't he wearing a mask? Deb said, whose garden? Zena said, one would think with a name of spell check it makes so many mistakes. It does, doesn't it? Geloff said, song, Ride With Me. Hey, must be the money. That's what I thought. What are the lyrics of it? Hang on. Okay. I don't like my chances of singing this. Oh God. If you want to go and take a ride with me, three-wheel in the four with the goldies, oh, why do I live this way? Hey, must be the money. Anyway. Okay, let's not do that one. Shannon said, too cold for any other form of Dickie. Deb said, yes, sweetie Zena. And Deb's laughing at Shannon. Yeah, it's too cold for any form of Dickie knee. And he doesn't have the voice, you know, and, like, I don't know how to do it. Just put the hat in the camera and just go, and someone say something. Who knows? Hey, must be the money. Flyby Stew said, what do you expect from AI? Kenchegi Yowie said, Shannon, nah, never too cold. Useless on a ski slope. Flyby Stew's laughing. Zena said, I've searched for years for that book. It was something like the Genesis or something with that word, but I cannot find it. Probably got removed from circulation. Oh, okay. Hang on. Go back. Book about Antarctica. And what did you say it might have in it? Maybe Genesis. We'll have a look and see if Genesis can go in with it. It wasn't by David Knopf, was it? Hang on. I'm going to show you. Maybe you can... Was it Genesis Antarctica? By Jordan Kirill Smith? Gordon Kirill Smith? Genesis Antarctica, an Antarctic expedition with a secret agenda. If you can see it, Zena, on here, I'm going to go to images. Hang on. Is it any one of these ones? The complete under... hang on. Xander Natus Trinity. Or there's Antarctica, The Waking Giant by Sebastian Copeland. There's one by Gabriel Walker. If you can see it, Zena, can you let us know which one it is? I have no idea. Okay. So we'll go back to here. If you can tell me if it's any of them. I just got that, Shannon. Too cold for any other form of dicky. Oh my God, and I read it twice. There you go. Nursing Muskrat said, I see that a lot of references going back to the board posts. Yes, 17. Zena said it involved UFOs in the Amazon jungle and an Antarctica base full of clones, cattle mutilations for live parts. Zena said crazy treaty with the Amazonians with underground UFO bases. Shannon said that Robin Williams doing Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, hello. Mrs. Bucket also does it too, I think. Deb said, thank you, Zena. Zena said, crazy, but now so believable. Where are all these people from these days and why are they so different? Deb said, yes, it did sound like that, Shannon. Deb said, big bottom girl for Secret Service are bigger targets too. Deb said, Queen's song, fat bottom girls, you make the rock and roll go round. Alex said, I'll try and join in next time you do a call-in with Deb and Shannon. Out to Lunch said, what is it, Cheeto protection? And Deb's laughing. Shannon. SW said, how many drummers does it take to change a light bulb? Got no idea. Alex said, I noticed some of the same blokes here with Trump on his first appearance after the event. The other day I watched the whole thing. Nearly all the states gave 100% of their vote to Trump. Shannon said, that fat Secret Service lady stole those sunglasses from the Cheeto cheater. Deb said, I'm so glad I'm home alone this week so I don't have to go out. This live has been great. Alex said, did anyone else who watched it notice the bloke from Kentucky got a boo? Was he the same guy that froze on stage a few months ago? I don't know. Menacing Muskrat said 2024 is referred to the year of the open door. There you go. When one door closes, another one opens. Kancheki Owie said SW, none as the bass player did it. There you go. Deb said the old fella visiting daughter in Sydney. Ah. Flyby Stew said doors opening. I can feel the draft, for fuck's sake. SW said lol KY. Darren said, yes, I think that was him, Alex. Alex said he's really an old guy. He's a really old guy and he did some sort of MK Ultra freeze when he was giving a speech a few months ago. I can't remember his name. Oh, Mitch McConnell. Yeah, Jim Gordon said it. How you going, Jim? Mitch McConnell? SW said, how are you, KY? Kancheki Owie's here. How you going? Shannon said, Deb can put the Omo box in the window, lol. Deb's laughing. Alex said they all booed him, Darren, but I think he gave 100% of the vote to Trump. But I don't know why he was there, as I thought he was a Dem and I thought it was a Republican rally. And Deb's laughing at Shannon. Shannon said, if you know, you know. That one went over my head, Shannon. Zena said, Hev, Dr. Jill had her re-election campaign for her husband at the same time. SS was deployed to her. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, well they were divided between Jill Biden and NATO, apparently. Alex said, I don't understand 100% how the US government things that go on, though. I barely understand my own government. I know about the corruption. It's funny because I know more about the US government than I do about my own. How's that? I might have to move to the US. Zena said, Alex, I think that was Mitch McConnell. Oh, and it jumped again. Where am I? Here we are. Shanna said, no, pulled muscle in my neck. It's feeling better now. Oh, good. Alex said, it's all pantomime to me. Zena said, I'm starting to feel ashamed that I'm still here. Oh. Shanna said, was walking like Joe Biden, lol. Flyby said, Zena McConnell was on the lol. Gerloff said, go look at the flight. Aware data. Why was there a worldwide grounding of flights, banks, markets, etc.? Because they have it all. They caught them cold, that's why. There you go. Deb said, thank you. You are feeling better. Flyby said, you're doing well, Hev. Not seen you spark up yet. Alex said, yeah, that's the dude. Mitch McConnell. Just Googled him to see his face. He froze a couple of times. Didn't understand why he was there, though. Sandra said, how are the chooks? They're doing good. Really good. God love them. Deb said, thank you, Hev, for singing. Flyby Stew said, switch side, Alex. Out to lunch said, that singing was okay. Yeah, no, not really. Must be the money. I'll just keep saying that. That's the best I can do. How's that? Zena said, lols, Flyby. Darren said, Alex, he's there, so both parties have someone that poops their pants. Deb said, my phone does not understand me. I don't think it speaks English. Neither does mine. Shannon said, Eva, MM. Zena said, oh, gee, I'll resonate with that one. I've been wondering lately where all the 189 sealed indictments and when will the great unsealing occur. It'll start soon, I promise you. Everything we've talked about, it's coming. You can see it coming a mile away. Alex said, no idea, recognise his face, then everyone booing when he was speaking, Flyby Stew. Deb said, I think you're right, Darren. Shannon said, Zena, have you tried looking under Phil Collins or Peter Gabriel, lol? Darren said, actually, the reps have already have Nadler for that. Zena said, no, Shannon, what for? Oh, Genesis. I think that's what he's talking about. Shannon, are you talking about Genesis? Alex said, nappy change. Come on, old folks in government. Time for a nappy change. Deb said, now they found a river under the ocean. Can't remember where. How can they tell? A river under the ocean? Okay. Unless there's a pocket in there that doesn't have any water in it. How can they tell? Okay. Flyby Stew said, for fuck's sake, Alex. Laughing. Zena said, they forgot to teach grammar. It just knows how to spell words even if the sentence makes no sense. Exactly. Zena said, yes, Deb, I saw that too. Zena said, Dickie Knee. There, it's a hat with a wig that used to talk to her. We used to have a hey, it's Saturday, and they used to talk, and this thing used to pop up in the corner and say little weird things, you know, this little hat person. It was a hat on a stick, right, with hair. Alex said, what do the government and Nappy Dopper have in common? They are both full of shit. Deb said, good one, Hev. Did not think you sang that one. Zena said, Saturday Night Live, Daryl and Ozzy Ostrich. Yes. Zena said, I meant program, not teach. Deb said, hey, it's Saturday. I miss it. Flyby's laughing. And Shannon said, Genesis. It was a joke. The band Genesis, remember Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel, just a double entendre joke. Deb said, I bet the White House has a great deal on Depends. I bet you they do. Gerloff said, exactly, Zena. The corrupted update was started at 3 a.m. my time this morning, around 5 a.m. my time. Have published a video about the shutout. The shutout was to freeze and copy the CrowdStrike. Gerloff said, CrowdStrike platform in full detail. Shanna said, Omo boxes laundry powder. It's also code for old man out for housewives cheating on their husband. Oh, really? Had no idea. There you go. Flyby said, entendre, is that like Clack Hutter's fax? Lol. Zena said, I'm not sure, but I don't remember. Could be the first one, but honestly don't remember anything in the title. If maybe, I can read a description on that website. Zena said, I'll try out a few. Can you say the name of the website again? It wasn't a website. I just went on Google and looked for book about Antarctica with Genesis in it. And it came out with the complete Xandernatus Trinity, Genesis Antarctica, and Antarctic expedition with a secret agenda. And Antarctica Waking Giants. Doesn't give me a hang on, I'll have to click on it to get. Gordon Kyrell Smith is the author. Taking the visionary epic forbidden history and conspiracy to new levels. I'd say it was that one. Genesis Antarctica is a multifaceted work based on ancient documents discovered under Antarctic ice in 1962 by the Australian Vostok Traverse Expedition, known as Hakon Ern texts. These unique writings predate all early civilizations, including legendary Atlantis, Lemuria, and Mu, by several tens of thousands of years. Its core heroic saga, based on the Song of Goron, one of the few literary documents among the texts, evokes the architects of civilization, the role they played in defining paradise for their children, and the pivotal challenge to its survival that led to an inevitable demise. That sounds really bloody interesting, and that is Genesis Antarctica, the complete Xandernatus Trinity. And you can get it on audiobook on Audible. Audiobook, it's $0 with a membership. To who? Where? Audible? No, I don't know. Paperback $25.99. Other new and used from $20. Oh yeah, you get Audible Premium Plus for 3 months, and you can pick a book and you could listen to that one. Okay, so that's what it is. This is the one here, Genesis Antarctica, the complete Xandernatus Trinity. I'd say that's the one. Listening length is 23 hours and 45 minutes. Wow. But Audible released, that's Audible release date, not the actual book release date. Okay. So I'm thinking it's this one. Okay, so anyone see that? Gordon Kyrell Smith. It has the wings on the sword. Is it a sword? I don't know. Genesis Antarctica, the complete Xandernatus Trinity. I think that's the one it is. It sounds like it. Someone's ringing now. I can hear the phone. Okay. As I said, I'll try out a few. Can you say the name of the website, please? Deb said, the trouble is I can't spell either. Zena said, we used to have an ad for Omo, and the lady was smiling so much, her lips didn't close when she said Omo. Deb said, I'll be chuffing early today. I don't have to go out. Yeah, me too. Zena said, Deb, I think because I chuffed, I was going to go to work, but I got high, lols. I was going to go to work, but then I got high. Shannon said, maybe the sealed indictments have already been done and the arrested people have been swapped out with CGI actors or clones and we're watching a show. Deb said, the water under the ocean is heavier than the ocean. Out to lunch said, the water has a different density. Oh, okay. Zena said, and it's funny how fresh water floats on seawater. How can you tell? Gerloff said, great show, love, great chat. Everyone remember to love and pray for each other until we meet again. Love, peace, and good vibes to all. Zena said, fly only when the entendre is 11, lols. Out to lunch said, you too, Gerloff, you too. Deb said, does anyone remember Quantum Leap and the guy that had a thing called Ziggy, which is just like Google today? I don't remember it. Shannon said, you could also get thermoclines in the ocean, which prevents water from different temperatures, salinity mixing. Okay. Alex said, take care, God bless, and see you soon, Geoloft. Xenotron said, Shannon, perhaps you are right, but it really is a cruel process for us innocents. Deb said, much love to Geoloft. Out to lunch said, cool. Zen said, oh, of course, Geoloft said, love to you all. Zen said, they only ever showed his face once, and for just for a second he was not attractive. Flyby Stew said, Geoloft, respect. Menacing Muscat said, take care and God bless, Geoloft. Out to lunch said, the water under the ocean, you can see it. Can you? There you go. See, I told you I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Just shows you. Anyway, guys, with that, it's been like 3 hours. I'm going to go. Much love to you all, and I shall see you tomorrow. That's not it. Okay, hang on. Where was it? So that one's not it. So it could be Antarctica, Moira Court, or this one. It doesn't say it's a book. I don't know. I can't really... Can I click on it? Yeah, it is a book. The book Genesis Antarctica reveals the origins of universal myths and legends that underpin most of the world's religions and belief systems. Would it be that one? What was the other one? This one? Antarctica, the Waking Giant by Sebastian Copeland and Leonardo DiCaprio. Antarctic Atlas, new maps and graphics that tell the story. Okay, not that either. Gabriel Walker. What's this? 20 best books about Arctic and Antarctica. I honestly don't know. I don't think I can find it. There's the continent of Antarctica. Antarctica, the Guide to Wildlife. Genesis Antarctica again. That's all I can find. Maybe this one. Antarctica, Kim Stanley Robinson, from the award-winning author of the Mars trilogy, comes a thrilling new novel. No, it's a novel. Okay, well, that's it. I'm going to go, guys. I'll read the last couple of comments. Alex said, I've seen water under the water. Deb said, so much love to all. Alex said, great live, Hev. And everyone's good night, Dace. God bless and see you soon. Luna said, see you tomorrow, Hev. Alex said, love you all. Jim said, love your channel, Hev. Keep shining. Thank you, Jim. Deb said, hey, Jim. Zane said, no, Hev, it's one of those books that is surrounded by fiction to tell the story. Oh, okay. Bye, Carl. Shannon said, the deep state often take the names of truthers and inventors and make celebrities with the same name. So when you search for the scientists or the truth, only celebrities with the same name come up. I've seen that, Shannon. Flyby said, there's a lot of truth and fiction. Deb said, 11:46 a.m. Adelaide. Nursing Muskrat said, good night, God bless. And Alex said, I hope you get some snow. And so do I. And with that, I'm going, guys. Much love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going in life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.